Woo. Alrighty, guys. Good evening. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Alright, we're gonna start out with some Genshin here, and then we'll maybe see if there's some time to dive into Starro and replenish some Stellar Jades. LAVR, welcome in. How are you doing today? Kaizen, welcome in. What's up with the Yehoda event? Didn't know you could name Beto's second ship if you talk to her after doing it. Yeah, I put that in the Discord before the event ended, but to be honest, I don't know if you actually name her ship, because you get the same conversation if you talk to her again. It's not like you like choose the name, like, or it's not like you put it in your own like custom name or whatever. You pick between two, but it's not like she confirms that you went with that, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that's actually like a final thing. What are the two? I actually screen recorded if you guys want to see the video. You guys want to see the video? So it's not like with Scara or Dinobuddy or Mannequin. No. Well, I thought it would be something like that. And then I found out, okay, so you're given a choice between one or two, one name that there's two different names that she suggests or she says, and she asks your opinion on which you choose. So I picked one, and she was like, okay, cool, and yada yada yada. But then when I went to talk to her again, she goes back to the so it's hard to explain. You guys just want to watch the video. I know Suzuki she can't see it, but maybe you can kind of like talk it out for her in chat. Here, we can watch it real quick. Let me pull it up here. So again, this is all replay here. But yeah, so like you would pick between one of the two names that she suggested, but then you'd go through the conversation would be done, you talk to her, and then she goes back to the original conversation like, I wonder what we should name this thing. I'm like, oh. Like, and then you go through again. She doesn't ever like, it doesn't seem like it sticks after that conversation ends. I could be wrong, but based on what I saw here, it doesn't seem like it sticks. So you can watch here. So I'm not screwed in the future, yeah. And guys, and again, if Suzuki can't hear me, if you could just kind of like talk it out in the chat. So I think it just kind of goes here. So I was like, okay, Tunic, is that you? Do you want to try out some cutting-edge warfare? Just remotely control the ballista and rain down a nasty surprise on the monsters from above. About the Alcor 2. You mean Beto's big new shiny ship? Paimon has... Okay. You must have been building Alcor 2 for ages. It must be the most powerful ship in the world by now. Ha, she's definitely one of the most formidable civilian ships out there, but if we're comparing her to the battleships of Liyue Fontaine and Sejnaya, well, I'm not so sure. Besides, strictly speaking, she's the second ship of the Alcor class and the second biggest in the fleet. We haven't even named her yet. Huh, you haven't given her a name? Why not? Well, that's quite the story, actually. Battleships are usually given a naming ceremony when they're first launched, but the Alcor 2 sort of skipped the queue a bit. We launched her on the same day as another ship, a supply ship, and considering her rather special purpose, we decided to keep things low-key and do away with the naming ceremony altogether. Then after she was fully outfitted, she sailed straight out into the open ocean. She was only back in dock long enough for us to verify her new propulsion system, where it was working as planned before we took delivery. Prior to this latest voyage to Nightcry, we had even officially announced her existence, so we've even been calling her Number 2 this whole time. I feel kind of sad for her just being called Number 2. Sounds like a code name for a spy story. We should give her a catchy name. So I first said, okay, sounds like a code name. Agreed. In fact, we're hoping to name her when she makes her official debut at the expo. We hope doing my best to come up with something that fits her stature. Any suggestions are welcome. That didn't give anything, so I was like, okay, I'll say the other thing. I would have named it Big Wong if I could. So it says here. Oh, Spark, welcome in. Let me pause real quick. So we're just talking about. So apparently, I didn't find this out until yesterday, but I put it in the Discord. You can. So I was like, oh, supposedly you can name Beto's second ship if you talk to her in the event. Now, Kaizen was worried, like, oh no, I missed out on something. But I'm going through here, because I video recorded it, and I don't think it's actually as significant as people were making it out to be. Because again, yeah, when you first see it does seem like you can name her ship. But then when I checked again, it didn't seem like it was permanent. But welcome in, Sparkle. How you doing? So you can see here, I'm going through it's the same discussion, so I'm just kind of skipping through. And this is all the recorded, screen recorded. So I said here, you should give it a catchy name. Agreed. In fact, we're hoping to yada, yada, yada. And then I was like, oh, that's the same conversation. I'll walk away, come back. Went through some menus, I think. Because like something's not triggering. Because I obviously at this point was done with the event. So I think I checked all of the events to make sure, like, did I finish? And apparently there's a video we have to watch today. That's like a really good Genshin video. So we'll watch that in a bit here. I don't think it's spoilers. Let's see. I won't be able to HSR or ZZZ tomorrow. Oh, is someone using the PS5? And you can see here, I'm like going through the menus. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. Edge of Affairs. That's all the parts of the story. All completely done. And then joint exhibition. We got the Ahoda. Check the attractions. Now I didn't fully finish them, but because some of them were just annoying. So check that one. I was like, that shouldn't really matter. Check the next one. Let's see. Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. This should be fine. And then eventually I back out and try again with the conversation. Yeah, you can't do HSR and ZZ one day. It's not a big deal. Alright, so here. Oh. I think I realized that this is different, so let's back it up here so I can see the conversation too. So I'll read it for you guys. Phew, thanks to you two, everything's finally settled. This Noctri trip certainly wasn't without its drama, but it's left me feeling thoroughly refreshed nonetheless. So now that you witnessed the mid-air interception capability of the Guizhang ballista, what do you think? Really gets the blood pumping, right? How about another round against enemies on the ground? So then I ask about the ship again. Hey, Paimon seems to remember Beto saying that the new Alcor ship hasn't been given a name yet. Well, I've been toying with a couple of ideas. So here she goes through them. If the Alcor is meant to be the downfall of every miscreant and a monster she meets, then number 2 should be the vanguard that brandishes the sword to stop them in their tracks. I thought the name Alcade might fit. Inspired by a dim variable star I spotted up with my astrolabe, it lies at the very end of its constellation, the tip of the sword, if you will. It's certainly very imposing. Paimon can imagine it striking fear into the hearts of all bad guys. Or we could go another route. This time we managed to repel the miscreants' attacks with number 2's onboard weaponry, maintaining justice and order as a result. So another option is Eliath, meaning Star of Justice. So Alcade and Eliath. That's a great name too. Very noble. Paimon thinks both names have their charm. Ooh, it's just so hard to choose. What do you think, Tanuki? Which name do you prefer? So you can see here we have the 2 choices. And I thought this actually had significance. So I go ahead and pick the second one. I prefer a name that focuses on standing fast and upholding your principles. But yeah, see, it seems like he'll get a choice here, right? But then watch what happens after. So here I am kind of deliberating. Stream summary is right? Oh, no, it's just... Okay, I was like, what? That was from yesterday. That's when I was recording this. Charlotte, welcome in. Hang on, I'll catch you with chat. Let's see. Yeah, the reason we fight is to keep everyone safe and happy. You've got a point. Thinking about it, Alcor is already intimidating enough. Pairing it with a Star of Justice makes sense. All right, then, let's go with Tanuki's suggestion and give number 2 a brand new name. Come hang out aboard when you're free. Take a chance to get to know the crew better. We will. So, supposedly, it's going to be named the Eliath, right? But now, let's talk to Beto. Tanuki, is that you? Do you want to try out some cutting-edge warfare? Okay, you mean Beto's big new shiny ship? You must have been building the Alcor 2 for ages. She's definitely one of the most, strictly speaking, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, wait a second. That's before we named her. So this was the first conversation. Sounds like a code name for a spy story. You should give her a catchy name. Agreed. In fact, yada, yada, yada. And then I walk away and come back and see if I can trigger the second conversation. Phew, thanks to you, everything's finally settled. Now that you witnessed the minute see, it's the same second conversation now. So about number 2. Hey, Paimon seems to remember Burrito hasn't given it a name yet. And we go through the Alcor 2, Alcade, Eliath. So you can see here that it doesn't seem to have stuck. So I don't know if it was really all that significant. But like, it does seem like something that like it should matter, right? Because like she does give a choice and we pick one, but clearly here it didn't stick. Now it's not like a thing where, at least it didn't seem like a thing where, if we picked something but then we came back and changed their mind. I feel like I would have written that into the script, like, oh, we're gonna name it this, but then, oh, but do you want to change your mind? So it seems like it should, but it doesn't, I guess. Yeah, so that's why I'm confused. Now, if it does, cool, I guess. But it's really just between those two names, the Alcade or the Eliath. Which honestly, if the one that I didn't pick ends up being the name, whatever, fine. So yeah, again, it seems a little confusing. I'm not sure if it matters as much as like everyone was like kind of like freaking out last second, because like again, I found out like 4 hours before the end of the event. I was like, post it on Discord. Everyone, you have 4 hours left. Let me catch up. Let's see. Can you post those for anyone in the chat who can't? It's like I think Suzushi can see. They just can't hear her, maybe. Let's see. Sparkle says out of town tomorrow for your cousin's graduation. Oh, okay. Well, congrats to your cousin. Yeah, that's no big deal then. Yeah, if you're just missing one day, that's not too much you're missing out on. But then I think Genshin's on your phone too, so it's easy. You can just pull that up and take care of dailies at least. I think PS4 is your last Sony console. It would basically take Persona 6 being exclusive to make me be willing to after everything Sony's pulled this gen. Be back the day after. Yeah, one day's not too bad. So welcome in, Charlotte, and welcome in, Kirok. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? Probably missed about, yeah. So Alkaid, I think Alkaid, and then Eliath. All right. Now there's a Genshin video we're supposedly needing to watch. It's basically Nicole's character teaser. I don't know if it's spoilery or anything like that. Sounds like Suzushi saw it. Tomorrow is Friday, finally, right? Gosh, I need the school year to end. The kids are getting restless. Probably not saying. I don't know. Ask Suzushi. Ask. Is it spoilers for anyone that hasn't finished post Archon Quest? But you've met Nicole, so I'm assuming you're fine. Like, she hasn't had a significant role since the Archon Quest, I don't think. Like, she might have appeared here and there. Like, she was definitely in the limited monster. By the way, guys, did you get the update? I posted in the DMs. So I updated the list, including links to the VOD if you want to see the Mondstadt event that's not available anymore. But the rest of it, I also put in order, stuff like that. But I think that should be everything, because I went through all my old VODs and just anything that had Genshin in it, I checked what it was, and yeah. Gonna watch some good quality films this weekend and play some games. Nice. Which ones? I don't know which I would have chosen. Yeah, again, I don't think it mattered. Dragon, welcome in. Did you do the thing where you named the ship? I don't think it's a permanent thing, but it sounds like it should be, but it seems to not have stuck. Check Hoyoverse? Okay, give me a second. Is it about your polls? Congrats on your polls. Were you tempted because I pulled? Because, like, I really shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited. Because, like, we would have gotten them the same thing. Yep, you got, yeah, Evanescia. Yeah, if you guys weren't here yesterday, we pulled for Evanescia on a whim. I was just tempted. I was too tempted. Oh, thank you, some random geek. Can we get a shout out for some random geek? Would it spoil me if I watched the trailer? When's the last day of the school year? Okay, so because keep in mind I teach in different districts and multiple schools in those districts too. Like one of my schools, the soonest that we're done is that seniors at the high school are done this week, like tomorrow. Then next week is the remainder of the high school, and then the 8th graders graduate or finish next week. So the rest of the high school and then the 8th graders are done next week, and then the week after that is everyone else. I was kind of confused by list. Okay, so I don't think it would spoil anyone else in here either. But so the list basically, because I was basically just giving you the order that I would recommend playing everything in if you can. Obviously, if you started something here or there, it's probably not that big a deal. Anything post Archon quest is probably fine. Have you done Durin's story quest? You should probably do that. I know you don't like Durin, but it's not really just about him. There's actually a lot of other bigger things that you should. Actually, you know, I'm going to add that to this in case you haven't. Have you done Durin's story quest? Okay, but anyway. When's the last day of school year? I was kind of confused by the list. I was planning on watching it on stream later. So I haven't. Oh, okay. You didn't watch it yet? I thought you said before Lantern Rite wasn't important. I mean, okay, so like Lantern Rite's important, but it's not like crucial to a story. Like it's self-contained, but you should play it if you can. Because I thought you said it was. I thought you said it was permanent, right? Which movies? Definitely playing Red Dead 2. Play Call of Duty with some friends. Okay, Creed 3. Haven't seen yet. Actually wanted to get her. Okay, yeah, if you're planning on getting her anyway, but just keep in mind now, like for example, I am not going for Blade, but I need, in case Yao Guang reruns, I need to go for them. So I need to start saving. And I think you have Yao Guang already, but keep in mind phase 2 could be, I think it's very likely Cyrene and probably Finon. And not done anything with Durin? Okay. Again, I know you're not a big fan of Durin, but Durin's story quest, it's because like Durin has significance to other like groups of people and circles and stuff. Looks like I have to rebuild my streak again. No! Remember guys, if you miss a stream, if you watch the VOD, like 5 minutes of the VOD within 24 hours, that should maintain your streak. Josh, did you read my previous comments? Let's see. Yeah, I think I did. Yes. Oh yeah, I did. I was just behind chat. That's all. So yeah, if you're planning on getting them anyway, it should be fine. Haven't seen anything in the franchise past Rocky 5. Rocky Balboa and Creed 1 are very good films. Creed 2 is a mixed bag for me. But anyway, Kaizen. So yeah, again, for just greater Genshin lore, I would play through Durin's Story Quest. It's not that long actually. It was 5 shorter parts that we had to do daily, but I don't know if you still have to do it daily. We had to unlock it. Unless you do a second stream within that 24 hours, well, yeah, watch it before that stream. Okay, so anyway, yeah, do Durin Story Quest if you can. The Nod Cry meeting point quests, those are the ones like if you go around exploring Nod Cry. For example, let me just pull up the map here. If you do 2 streams in one day, it screws that. I'm not sure it does, but I'll double check on that. Let's see if I can. Or at least, okay. I think if the stream gets, like, if it crashes and I quickly come back on, even though the VOD gets split in 2, I don't know if that actually counts as a separate stream, because we had problems with that when I was like doing IRL and like in Osaka, and some people's streaks were not broken by that. I am too old to do a 24-hour stream. Oh no, I don't think. Yeah, Kaizen wasn't saying like a 24-hour stream. I think they were saying like if I do 2 separate streams within a 24-hour period. I'm actually an amateur boxer myself. Haven't had any matches. Probably too old for professional sports of any kind. I don't know about that. Okay, but anyway, so if you're confused about the meeting point quest, for example, like this meeting point here, for the Frost Moon Enclave, I think that's like, it's like a mini, llama story quest, kind of. This one here, the Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop, I'm pretty sure has to do with Inefa and Aino. This one over here has to do, I'm sure, yeah, this one's Flint's at the Final Night Cemetery. This one here, I think that was the Nicole one. This one was probably Varka, and this was probably Ilua. Let's see. I think it needs a certain amount of time before it's viewed as a separate series. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Rocky explores that question, and is he 60s? He wants to box one last time. If you left for an hour and did a second stream, I think that screws us. But crashing for a few minutes, yeah, I think that's accurate. Doesn't break a streak if you start again at like only a few minutes later. Rocky, the first film, will always be your favorite film of the series. At the very least, I know I'm too old for professional baseball. Most baseball players are thinking about retirement by the time they're my age. Did you guys ever see that one film, The Rookie? Now that being said, I don't think we like Dennis Quaid anymore. I think that ship has sailed. But you ever see that film? I think it's The Rookie, right? Is that The Rookie? Dennis Quaid.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Welcome to the adventurous.
About Star Trek Gold Command Gold Edition keeps crashing on me. I got it on Steam. Maybe delete and re-download, because again, the download might have gotten corrupted or like interrupted or something. So when I did 2 streams while I was in a plane and I lost it, so it at least takes less than 6 hours for it to count as separate. Okay. Okay, so then there's definitely some kind of like a certain amount of time then. Yeah, Dennis Quaid. Not a fan of the guy as a person though, much less his brother Randy. There's another one. But anyway, yeah. The Rookie. I think that's the movie where he's like a teacher, but he always wanted to be like a baseball player. And because he was a coach, I think he was a baseball coach or something. And then he goes for a tryout because apparently he's still got a pretty good like fastball or whatever. And then I don't want to spoil anything, but he becomes a rookie. Are you kidding me? I'm not a big fan of the National Lampoon movies. Brokeback Mountain, among other films. Okay.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Favorite Randy Quaid performance was The Wraith. Alright. Oh shoot, I should have used it for this. That's fine, I can still do it. We did the rapid capture. So all this other stuff. Yeah, I can still do it. I just need to use it I'm gonna use it anyway at some point. So let's get my dailies done, and then not sure how long I'll be able to stream tonight since it's not feeling super great. What were you planning on focusing on? Like HSR story? You said you're halfway through the patch, right? So I guess you only would have to do half.
defensive mode engaged. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Seen some of Christmas Vacation, but not enough to know the whole story. Let's meet with Pearl, which I assume is like halfway. Okay, I don't remember exactly like where in the story that is. Has anyone watched the Nicole character teaser? Because we want to know if it's spoilers for anything. But I don't think it would be, because again, Nicole, aside from like the Mondstadt like limited events, she hasn't really been in a lot post Archon Quest, right? Am I right on that? Those of you who have finished post Archon Quest stuff, without going into details, obviously. You haven't watched it? Because that was like after 2 streams of 4.1. Okay. Then you're probably pretty far in. Like if you really want, I can go through my VOD and try and find out. Title quests in the Nodtry expansion area. That's the meeting point thing. But that's, I don't think that's really, that's not like, actually, what was that story? Hold on, I'm trying to remember. I don't think that's like, without going into like too many details, I don't think that's like, I could be wrong because maybe I'm just not remembering, but I don't think that was like current stuff. I think it was just kind of like more learning about her. Let's see, that wasn't a major story or anything. Yeah, if it's what I'm thinking of for the meeting point quest. I remember you doing a quest and bubbles popped up. I didn't understand what was happening. So I met Nicole. That was the meeting point quest. It's like the meeting point quest. Like not all of them are gonna be like super major stuff. Like some of them are pretty significant, like in terms of like how much content there is. But I don't think any of it is like super crucial in terms of timeline. Because I mean, keep in mind too, they're essentially like commissions, right? And you have to assume that most people aren't going to be doing the commissions right away, or they're going to take their time on it. So I don't think those were as crucial as something like the Archon quests. So I think, based on that, and actually that's something I hadn't even thought of. Based on that, I think it's probably fine to watch this character teaser, but I'll leave it up to you. If you don't want to watch it, I gotta like switch it to one bonus. Oh, there we go. I just did one. They described it as flighty in the first one. Oh, and how many are there? Randy Quaid is cousin Eddie in National Lampoon films. For the last topic, I did not get lucky in Nikkei. Took 100 summons to get your first copy of Mint. How much do you have left? To get the MLB, I had to use all my tickets from the win and 50 extra pulls worth of gems. Ooh. Well, hopefully there's no one else upcoming that you're going to be like needing to go for right away. Hopefully you can save up a little bit. 420 pulls worth of gems left. At least that's not nothing, at least. There's a lot of upcoming stuff. Second half of the year is brutal. Do you have time before the next thing, though, to save up? Alright, let's go somewhere safe for now. Alright. So again, like I said, yeah, Kaizen, I think the teaser should be safe to watch. I'll leave it up to you though, if you wanted to like lurk for a bit. Because we'll probably do the rest of my dailies, obviously, after. And then we'll probably do some more Genshin. I don't know what yet, but I was thinking some of the, like, the minor world quests that are here, or are there a lot more? I don't even know. There's a few small things here, it looks like. This one gives 30 Prima Gems. This one gives food. So, like, yeah, just these minor world quests. Or we could do Traveler Tales, which there are some around.
I'd have lost myself long ago.
But at some point I was just like, oh, let's plan on doing a full Traveler Tales stream so I can do like one, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next. Or at some point we could do Sino's story quest, but because that's been in the queue for a while. Like I activated it, but then we found out we didn't need to do it for something. I can't remember what. There's a long-awaited character they teased for June in dev notes. Multiple summer banners, likely second collab, anniversary banners, and multiple Christmas banners. Well, I think you have time for Christmas, right? But the rest of it, yeah, okay. Okay, like I said, I think this trailer or teaser should be safe for everyone, especially if it's a teaser. But again, that's up to you guys. I'll leave it up to you guys. So I'm in and out because I'm making several. Oh, no worries. You're good. You're good. Hope supper is good. I already ate. Tomorrow, guys, one of my students, I think I mentioned this yesterday, got me a Portillo's gift card. We're using that. Okay, let's see. I never see it would be late. Oh, so you got time. You got some time for that one. All right. So again, if you want to lurk, guys, it's a 3-minute video, but I don't think it's like spoilery, or at least okay, it might reveal stuff, but I don't think it's spoilery for anyone. If you finish the Archon quest, I think you're safe. Because all this. Okay, so yeah. Speaking of the list, guys, and yeah. So during story quests, meeting point quests again. Yeah, and Dragon confirmed. That one was not so much like, oh, it happens like at this point in the timeline or anything. Because again, it's basically just the reputation commission for Nagcry, right? And those reputation quests, people, they have to assume people are going to play that at various times. So I don't think that's crucial to play then. And again, it's not really like it's stuff that happens then. It's just more about like learning about Nicole. Then Zebai Lantern, right? Again, that one, I may have put a star next to it because yeah, you're right. It's not crucial. Like you don't have to do it. At least not for like the greater. At least it doesn't seem as relevant right now. I'm sure it'll come into play in other stories later on down the line. But if you can, I would play it like sandwiched in where I put it. But again, it's not crucial to play it. You can probably skip that if you want to focus on, like, for example, I think in terms of greater Genshin lore, the next few things are more important, like the Varka story quest. And then I put 2 links to my VODs, Kaizen, so for the Mondstadt limited event, because that one's not available to play anymore, as far as I know. But it was again, it's just like the Yehoda one. It's such a good limited event, so you should probably watch that. But again, watch it after the Varka story quest. At least that's when I played it after. And for me, I had to break it up into 2 streams, but it's only less than 2 hours in the first stream, and then it's about a tiny bit over an hour in the second. So it's about 3 hours of VODs. And if you put it on YouTube's like 125% or whatever speed, you'll probably get through it faster. And then the Mondstadt expansion area, just north of Mondstadt. And then Linnea's story quest is another one of those where it's kind of self-contained. I think it's going to be crucial before Snezhnaya. I mean, not crucial, but I think you're going to want to play it before Snezhnaya. But in terms of like all the rest of it, it's you can play it anytime. It's not like it connects to the other stuff. So does that make sense? Does the list make sense? Is there anything confusing still? Collab, we have no idea, and summer banners would probably be July. I want to have all the main story done before Snezhnaya drops. Okay, so for the stuff that I would recommend doing before Snezhnaya drops is all the stuff that's listed, except for Lantern Rite. Lantern Rite, you can probably hold off until whenever you have time. But the rest of it, I think... And again, it's not like most of these are long. You can even see like the Mondstadt limited event story, 3 hours. And again, it's a VOD. If you put it on like YouTube's like watch it 25% faster or 50% faster, you could probably get through it faster than that. Yeah. So what you're looking at here, none of this is like super, super long. These are not Archon Quest level stuff. Now there are Archon Quest stuff coming up. Apparently Act 9 and 10 apparently. Is Durin that important? I hate him. So again, yeah, I mentioned, I don't know if you heard me when I said this. I know you don't like Durin, but Durin's story quest is not just about Durin. Because keep in mind, Durin has a lot to do with other groups of people. Specifically the people that are the reason he exists. So I think it's crucial for that regard. Although maybe someone that has played it can maybe chime in, like Dragon takes 5 hour days too. Well, when it came out, yes, but like you couldn't do this because it wasn't unlocked yet. I don't know if that's the case. If you're playing it now, it could be. But again, they were 5 short segments. So if you really want me to find out how long it took, I can probably pull that up and let you know. I would have to go back into the VODs when that was. I don't actually remember when that was. But yeah, it's 5 shorter parts. But I don't know if you have to do it in separate IRL days. Should I avoid other stuff during those 5 days? Like what? I think you're actually fine because Duran's actually not. Let's see, like Varka story and meeting point stuff. Varka stuff should be fine. Meeting points. Let's see, Llama. I know. No, you're fine on meeting points. Yeah. Ba-dum. And yeah, if you're ever not sure, I can double check any of this stuff for you from VODs. And again, Dragon can also chime in if you happen to remember. You're gonna hold off on Treeby for now? Okay. I will say this. What about the VODs? Oh, I was saying if you want, I can go back into my VODs and find out like if we have any doubt or anything. Because obviously, for me, a lot of this is old memory stuff. But if you want, I can check. Because I have my VODs on YouTube, except for like the last like month and a half, which I'm still working to upload to YouTube, so they're still on Twitch. Sparkle says I'm gonna hold off on Treeby. I'll be completely honest. I love getting Treeby. I don't regret getting them at all because I like the character, but they've been replaced on my teams. Like I didn't use them on a ton of teams, but the one team that they were like, the team that I used the most that had them, they've been replaced by Evernight. Like, would watching your Mondstadt event VODs be fine in those 5 days? Oh, I see what you're saying. I think so, yeah. I can double check that if you want. So I'll see if I can do that tonight or tomorrow. But I think that would be fine, yeah. I don't think that would matter. Yeah, so most of this stuff you can kind of probably go in and out of various things. Yeah, because I would have played the Duran Story Quest long before, and then the Mondstadt Limited event came out. But so again, and Dragon, again, if you might have better memory than me. If you have anything to chime in, feel free. Or Sparkle, I think Sparkle's caught up on most everything else as well in Genshin. But yeah, as for Treeby, again, I do not regret getting Treeby at all. I like the character, but on the team that I was primarily using them on, they've been replaced by Evernight. I think there's one other team that I have them on that I don't use as often. So yeah, you're probably fine waiting for a rerun on Treeby. Now, I will say this though, Sparkle. If you're still planning on if you want Treeby, but you also want to try for Cyrene and Finon, but if you want them the same amount, like all of them, it wouldn't hurt to do like a 10 pull on Treeby before their banner ends. Because keeping in mind, if you get them, great, you got them early and cheap, but now that's 10 pulls that you can't do for Cyrene or Finon. But at the same time, if you don't get them, you're building pity for Cyrene and Finon. So I think if you want all three of those equally, I think for me, that would be okay. Now now Kaizen says I kind of regret Treeby as I only did it because I was emotional and decided I want all the Chrysos heirs. Is Kalmina Cave Stories ever? Wait, is Kalmina like the Selena Chronicles? Are the Cave Stories ever not safe? You're fine. Yeah, those are all fine for you. If you finish the Archon quest, you're good. Because all the Selena Chronicles are meant to kind of take place. Well, they're not all crucial anyway. But yeah, you're fine. So you're good to. How close are you to finishing those? Because I know those are weekly, but I think there's 18 of them. But okay. So like I said, if you guys want to lurk, I'm gonna start the Nicole teaser. It's 3 minutes. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But oh, by the way, we had a resub. So Darth Darker, I don't know if you're still here lurking. Sorry, I haven't mentioned yet. That was right after I started the stream. Let me give you a sub summon. Thank you for the 5-month resub. Let me give you a sub-summon here. Darth, Darkrai. And you have 5 sub-summons. That's enough for a one circle, one full circle in Fae. I'm gonna hold off until special program. Okay, that's smart. Yeah, because we'll find out the reruns. Now, I'm fairly confident in my prediction. The only ones that I'm not sure on, like I think obviously we know Blade's happening. I'm fairly certain Cyrene is gonna be one of the reruns. And I'm inclined to think that Yao Guang is gonna run before Sparksy and Ashvale because Yao Guang ran first. Finance the one that I'm probably the least confident on, but that being said, I'm still fairly confident of the choices. A Cyrene and Finon pairing banner, it just makes sense because they're let's see. I know third phase is meant for after, because she can remove her mask after starting the third phase. No, I think you're thinking of. Well, no, I guess yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that third phase wasn't. You couldn't do that. I think at the time. I think that was that was after. Was that after the Luna 4 dropped? Like I don't think you could access it. I could be wrong. I didn't access any of that until afterwards, but. Toward the end of the second phase, you're locked. Yeah, you are locked. Yeah, you're locked out for a long time. So, but yeah, okay. Let's watch the Nicole teaser again. I don't think it's spoilers, but if you really want to avoid it, you can. It's just about 3 minutes long, but I just hear it's significant. So, after starting Act 5 to end of Act 8. Yes. Was it Act 5 or 6? Because 6 was the end of the patch. And that's when stuff hits the fan. It was 5? Really? It was like in the middle of the patch. But okay. She's non-corporeal in Act 5. Okay. All right. So again, last warning. So this is called Nicole the Silenced Golden Strings. She did. Yeah. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense then. But yeah, you're safe for the rest of the Selena Chronicles. So yeah, there's nothing on this list that's like has to be done here, there, and whatnot. Because I think a lot of these things are independent of each other. That being said, that's the order I played these. For example, there's like 3 different things here that are specific to Mondstadt. I would probably recommend playing those in that order. But yeah, for example, like the Mondstadt expansion world quest and the Linnea story quest, they came out at the same time, but they're completely not related. So, a close stream if I sense too spoilery, but I really want to know more about Nicole. Yeah, again, I think you're fine. But if you really want to, you can avoid it. Yeah. I just hope it's Cyrene. I can live without Finon. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've barely used my Finon team. Which actually, okay, the only thing that I'm actually upset about not using him more, because I Finon, whatever. They're an okay character. They didn't really leave that big of an impression on me. I'm more upset because that Finon team is the primary team that I have Saridra on, and I really like Saridra. So that's the reason I'm a little upset that I don't use the team more. Going into Nightcry, she was my most anticipated besides Columbina, mostly for lore reasons. Yeah. Now keep in mind, this teaser might reveal stuff, but I don't think it's spoilery for stuff that you might not have played yet, Kaizen. So I think you're fine. But I'm told we need to watch this because apparently there's like big stuff. So again, I've been able to avoid information on it, but apparently it's like amazing. So we're gonna watch it. So again, we might learn stuff, which is spoilery in that regard. Like if you haven't seen this video, like if you saw something like on a thumbnail or something, like oh no, it ruined the video for you. But I think this is the first time like any of us are seeing it. Even for us that have caught up in everything in Genshin. Because again, aside from like appearing in certain places here and there, I don't think this is spoilery for you. So, all right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Everyone here that hasn't watched it? Because it seems like none of us have watched this. Is everyone here? I'm excited. Turn on my desktop audio. And let me know if you guys can't hear anything. We haven't started yet, don't worry. This is the first time I'm hearing of it. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I heard about it yesterday. Like, I think Suzushi was the one who said, like, oh, their character teasers out. Haven't watched it yet. But then, and I thought nothing of it because I don't think I've actually after this we might go back and watch. I don't think I saw Linnea's teaser either, so we might go back and watch that. But I saw I think a tweet that said like this was amazing, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should watch it. So let's watch. Here we go. Yeah, it's 3 minutes long. Hold on, I need to move Adel. We need to find like a permanent spot for Edelgard because she's just blocking my way here. This entire left half of the screen is I can't see it. Okay. Here we go, guys. I'm excited.
The great ruler of the firmament bestowed upon my kin the blessings of wisdom and power. Yet now, for the right to continue to subsist under the gaze of the gods, one must be surrendered.
Okay, is that Celestia?
And all because of a mishap even our creator could not have foreseen?
Ruler Firmament was
Divine
Nibelung?
Envoy,
I will have to double
please
check that.
guide us.
You would probably know more than I would.
Divine Envoy, please don't abandon us.
Is the path not laid before you? To give guidance is my greatest pleasure, and you shall have it whenever you so wish.
Divine Envoy, I heard Vindicnir.
Why don't you use your
is
finance?
already-
I can talk about that in a
Are
second.
we truly on the right path?
It's kind of a combination of things. It's not like
Your
I don't dislike the
concern is
team,
known
but
to me, but you need not fear, for a brighter era is on the horizon. This was predestined. The future cannot deviate from this path.
And if the hands of fate choose to lead this world toward destruction,
who's speaking?
Nicole.
Nicole. Nicole. Nicole. The heavenly throne has deceived us.
Our sovereign is neither all-knowing nor all-powerful.
Nor are his plans without flaws.
His? Wait.
Let your heart guide the way.
Who's his?
The world and fate can both yet be changed.
I think it is Nibelung. Okay.
Even creations are bound to develop desires their own creator cannot erase. And when those desires accumulate, the threads of fate themselves will be shaken. Wisdom or power? I rather think I'd like to keep both. As long as I pay the right price.
Her
Creating
voice.
that loophole shouldn't be too hard, right? Face.
Wait. Who? What? Where?
Face.
What? What? Fanny's of the Heavenly Principles? The hell's going on? Do we need to rewatch that? We need to rewatch this. I mean, okay. Okay. Let's see. Ruler from it. Nibelung was Is that one of the Descenders? Imagine if Heavenly Principles is Kevin. Kazlana? Yeah, when I like the fact that we were just talking about Finon when they said Phanies, I'm like, wait, that sounds similar. Who's that? Speaking of Finon, okay, so to answer Sparkle's question, why don't you use it? So again, I don't dislike the team. It's just that oftentimes when I did use that team, now keep in mind this was before I had Saridra, but when I used that team, oftentimes they would not all survive, and I'm like, this is not working for me. So, and there's that, and plus two, because my Hycelan's team and my Caster's team have been doing so well, I've mostly been kind of relying on those. Now, if I need to, for example, like if I need a team where I need certain like elements or whatever against like some endgame modes or whatever, sometimes I'll try the Finon team. If it works, it great. If it doesn't work, oh, the Dragon King, Nibelung the Dragon King. Okay, he was the first ruler of the world. Okay, but yeah, I don't dislike the Finon team. It's just that right now they weren't working super well for me before, and the Caster's team and the Hycelan team have been working great. Okay, let's rewatch this with some context now, and see what's going on here. So it's called Nicole, the Silenced Golden Strings. Actually, let me read the description. Many years ago, the divine envoys fell from the heavens after receiving divine punishments. And as they fell, golden feathers drifted down upon the earth like the broken strings of an instrument. Where would the fate of the world lead? The daughter blessed by the gods could speak no more, as she was left with nothing but a single beating human heart in her chest. There are theories that when he came back down after the Heavenly Principles took over, he became the second Descender. Okay. Which Descenders do we all know about? Because the Heavenly Principles should have been first, right? So then possibly Nibelung second, and then... we're fourth, right? All right, we're going to rewatch this with some context here. I'm just like trying to piece things together. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure the experts probably know better, but fourth, yeah. Okay, so we're fourth, and Heavenly Principles is first, I think, right? Not gonna lie, this kind of reminds me of Cypher in a way. Both her and Nicole making huge sacrifices of themselves to save everyone else and basically trick the world to save it. Okay, let's see what's going on if we can. So that is Celestia, right? Because it looks different.
The great ruler of the firmament bestowed upon my kin the blessings of wisdom and power.
So who? Okay, so because I think we were confused about that too, right? So the ruler of the firmament blessed upon her kin the blessings of wisdom and power. Okay.
Wisdom and power. Yet now, for the right to continue to subsist under the gaze of the gods, one must be surrendered. And all because of a mishap even our creator could not have foreseen?
What mishap?
Divine Envoy, please guide us.
Divine Envoy, please don't abandon us.
Was this like thousands of years ago here? Based on first watch, it seems like Nicole sacrificed her voice to keep people from finding out everything is a lie. Ooh. And the Heavenly Principles aren't all-knowing or benevolent. Yeah, that's I got that last part. Heavenly Principles first, second is unknown, but might be Nibelung. Third had their bodies split into the Gnosis. That one I think I knew. I think I remember something about that. And there are theories that he was the lover of the Saritsa. Interesting. And we're 4. Okay.
Not laid before you?
Hold on. Let me back up.
Please don't abandon us.
Is the path not laid before you? To give guidance is my greatest pleasure, and you shall have it whenever you so wish.
Divine Envoy, I heard Vindagnir is already...
What's
Are we
Vindignir?
truly on the right path?
What's Vindignir? Do we know? Vindignir? Reminds me of Cypher where she had to create a lie and make sure that nobody would ever see through. Okay. Let me watch the ending with that context.
Your concern is known to me, but you need not fear, for a brighter era is on the horizon. This was predestined. The future cannot deviate from this path.
And if the hands of fate choose to lead this world toward destruction,
So who?
this world
So do we think this person speaking is anyone significant? Because there are a bunch of people that speak after this too.
and if the hands of fate choose to lead this world toward destruction,
If the hands of fate choose to lead this world to destruction.
Nicole.
Nicole. Nicole. Nicole.
The heavenly throne has deceived us.
Our sovereign is neither all-knowing nor all-powerful.
Okay, so presumably the heavenly principles deceived him and are not all-knowing nor all-powerful. Who's the VA of who's speaking? Because not gonna. I kind of hear fine. The thought crossed my mind. I don't know if it says though. It just says VA Nicole of the Hexen Circle, codename N, Sophie Shad. By the way, her natural accent is not American. I found this out from like the special program, and now I'm like, I get that Genshin uses American accents for like almost everything, but like, I really like her natural accent. Okay. Neither all-knowing nor all-powerful.
Nor are his plans without flaws.
Is the heavenly principles male? I don't know. In my mind, I always thought of them as female. So okay, so they're not all-knowing nor are all-powerful, and they have plans that have flaws. Heavenly principles is male. Okay. Angels were cursed to lose their body or their power if they love. Wait, they were cursed to lose their body or their power if they love one individual over the world because the first angel fell in love, and they caused a rebellion. Okay.
Let your heart guide the way.
The world and fate can both yet be changed.
Okay, so the world and fate can both yet be changed, so that's why she's probably sacrificing something here. We originally thought female because we thought the woman at the start was... Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. The unknown god.
Even creations are bound to develop desires their own creator cannot erase.
Okay.
And when those desires accumulate, the threads of fate themselves will be shaken.
Okay.
Wisdom or power?
Triforce?
I rather think I'd like to keep both. As long as I pay the right price, creating that loophole shouldn't be too hard, right?
So she sacrificed her voice to keep wisdom and power. Isn't the heavenly principles neutral? At least the wiki uses they, them for the heavenly principles. Maybe they just didn't know. But according to this, it sounds like they're male. Like when they talk about their sovereign, I would assume they mean the heavenly principles. Failure. Hey, whoa, wait. Or wait. How long ago did the heavenly principles show up? Because this was after the Age of the Dragons, right? Or am I wrong? Well, no, Nibelung was the dragon, so maybe it was because the whole Archon thing that was like a few hundred years ago. During the Old Moon era. Okay. See, I need to clarify the entire like the larger timeline of like heavenly principles of because the dragons were thousands of years ago. She showed up and was taken in by. Wait, who's she? Are we talking Nicole? We're talking someone else. I feel like losing your voice when you could have the ability to speak in someone's mind is a bit too light of a sacrifice. A little bit. Okay, so Heavenly Principle showed up and was taken in by the Three Moon Sisters. Okay. And this was long before the Archon War, for example, right? Because they were asleep by that point, right? Yeah, the greater timeline, like the larger scale timeline, is what I need to kind of clarify for myself. This is like primordial Tevat. Okay.
Creating that loophole shouldn't be too hard, right?
Phanies, it's happening. But like how? Okay, so that when they said Phanies, what's the context of that? Were they speaking to them at the end here about the loophole, or like what was it? What's the context of them saying the name Phanies? Because Nibelung was killed by heavenly principles in a war of funerary flames. Okay. I think speaking to herself about Phanies. Okay. So are we all thinking Phanies is the name of the heavenly principles then? Is that something we knew? That's the first I've heard of it. Phanies it is. Okay. Did we know that? Because I didn't know that. I always thought it was just heavenly principles. We knew that since when? Why doesn't everyone refer to them as Phanies then? They always say like heavenly principles. Yeah, the fact that this got 500,000 views in one day, I was like, yeah, this was probably something we should watch. This seems like a big deal. But wait, when did we find this out? I didn't know that either. Lore videos I watched do like official ones or like theory videos that people make on lore. From what the Moon Sisters said, Nibelung created everything in Tevat, and then heavenly principles came in and decided over time that they should rule instead once Nibelung left. Then Nibelung came back. I remember that with abyssal power, and heavenly principles killed them. Okay. Okay, yeah, I remember this. The Moonsters talking about Nibelung leaving and then coming back. Yeah. By the way, this is fresh in Kai's mind, so that's actually very helpful because they can remember all this stuff pretty easily. This is all fresh in their mind. But theory ones, okay. But where did they get it from? Like, how did they know it was Phanies? They had to have gotten it from somewhere. Like, this is the first that I've heard of it. Move Edelgard back. Okay, actually, should we watch the Linnea one? I haven't seen that one. That one came out before her story quest, so I think it's safe to watch. That part's fresh in my mind, yeah, because I just did all this like last week. But it's been known for some time, though I'm not sure how long it's been like 100% certain. The thing is, like, I still hear, like, to this day, I still hear people when they talk about the heavenly principles, they refer to them as the heavenly principles. So I'm like, maybe it's not widely known or something. Because, like, for example, I know in the past people would always refer to the unknown god as the unknown god, but ever since the was it the Shades video, they don't do that anymore. Like, it seems like everyone now calls them by their name. Sorry, when I see HP, I think I'm thinking of health points. I think of Harry Potter until I'm like, oh, Genshin, Heavenly Principles. A lot of lore is in those random books around Tavat and in Relic Set's description. That's true. We have to do a lot of reading. That is true. But you'd think, like, even if it's hidden away in some book or whatever, that if someone found it, the whole like community would start to kind of like be posting about it and talking about it and discussing it, and then it would kind of catch on that it's Faney's. I think Faney's being their name isn't a super well-known thing. Okay, I'm curious as to where this was previously found more than anything. But okay, so Faney's is the Heavenly Principles. All right, what are everyone's thoughts on this video? Like, what are the big revelations for you here? Like, a relic set is how we knew Signora's backstory, and the books is how we found out the world is upside down. Yeah, it was definitely in some book or whatever. That seems the most plausible. But clearly, it hasn't like caused the greater community to, when they discuss the Heavenly Principles, to refer to them as Faney's instead of the Heavenly Principles. But yeah, what's everyone's biggest takeaways here and revelations? I'm still trying to process the video. But yeah, and then after this, I think we'll also watch Linnea's, because I don't think I've seen theirs. And again, it came up before their story quests, so it should be fine. That Nicole is super important lore-wise. I already knew that. But yeah, no, this was, I can see why people were saying like this was like a really good one to watch, and that I really hope she doesn't speak now. Wait, what do you mean? Were you hoping that she would get her voice back? Also, Unknown God is a descriptor, while Heavenly Principles is still a title. Sure, yeah. Okay. Yeah, what if they are... Because, yeah, Faney's does sound a lot like Finon. Kevin? Keslana? I wanted to hear her speak at some point, but now I definitely don't. Yeah, yeah. This gives more context as to why. Because basically speaking would kill her. Sealing it away is the only reason she wasn't sealified. An Unknown God is no longer accurate. That's true, yeah. That's true. But yeah, like I said, yeah. Especially after that Shades video, like, no one that I see like discussing like anything with them, they all refer to her as Asmodee now. But Unknown God was never Heavenly Principles. We just thought it was at first. Right. No. I'm not saying about Heavenly Principles. I'm talking about Asmodee. So, but ever since the Shades video, I've not seen anyone refer to them as Unknown God anymore, unless it's like an older tweet or something. She called herself Sustainer of Heavenly Principles. Okay. Yeah, so I'll have to think about this video for a while and like the bigger ramifications, and maybe clarify more of the timeline for myself. Because again, yeah, the larger scale timeline is something that I kind of have to clarify better for myself. Like, obviously I know everything that's like happening in the current time, and I have pretty good understanding of like the framework in terms of like when things happen, in terms of like the Archon War and yada yada yada. But like the larger scale in terms of like thousands of years, that's something I probably have to clarify for myself at some point. I also like how Nefer knew not to fully trust Paimon. Interesting. Okay. Since Paimon is likely Asmodee without the memories. Interesting. Yeah, again, so I'll have to process this. Kaizen's got a few things to play as well, and then maybe they can... Interesting indeed. Maybe they can catch up and kind of help fill in some puzzle pieces or whatever. All right, let's watch the Linnea one because again, I don't think I've seen that one, and it should be safe to watch because again, it came out before. What's the here? Did I watch this? Companion on a Rainy Night.
So, you made yourself a disguise to stop them bullying you?
Shades Eater basically said that Asmodee had vanished to
alright,
follow
don't
someone.
worry.
Correct.
I'll just sit here and we can chat. Okay? They say that sometimes Snezhnaya and Faye will
I do remember
secretly
that.
switch their own child with a human baby. The Faye child seems very human at first, but only on the outside. Before long, she realizes that she's different. But she also knows she must hide her identity if she wants to survive. Hey, look! I've never seen hair like hers before. Wow, yeah!
True. Hope Shades are eventually playable, mainly Ryan Daughter. Do you think that would be like too powerful though? Because now we actually would be playing the gods.
My mom did it for me.
Aw, that's too. Hold on, this is too adorable.
She also knows she must hide her identity if she wants to survive. Hey, look! I've never seen hair like hers before. Wow, yeah! Those look like wings!
This is 1.0. I'm talking like
Be a bird?
way bigger than like the Archons.
It's my new hairstyle.
In terms of like a hierarchy of gods,
My mom did it for me.
we're talking way bigger.
She spent so long trying to be like other people. She just wanted to fit in.
Like, isn't like Istaroth like the 1,000 wins, and
She
Venti's
might.
like one of those
It
wins?
never seemed to work. She was a square peg in a round hole. It was time to embrace her differences.
I can't believe this day has come.
Looks like you don't need that old hat anymore. Look after yourselves. I'll always remember the Conch Gang, huh?
We'll miss you too, old boss.
All right, the rain stopped. Time to go.
Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna rewatch that middle part here. Archons are gods. I mean, Ryan Daughter is only a shade because she ate one of the shades. Is Kalmbina with the Archons? That in terms of power, definitely. She's still Hexen Circle. You guys got my list or lost? Wait, what? Did you send a list? Let's see. The last thing I saw from you, Sparkle, is that when you see HP, you think of health points. And I mentioned I think of like Harry Potter. Did you send a list in the chat? Maybe it didn't go through. Trilunar Authority, you can effectively bend reality, control time and space. She's now a Trilunar Goddess. Kalmbina, the most canonically powerful playable character currently. Yeah, that would make sense. Control time and space if she wanted to, which is way more powerful than destroying a mountain.
Other people. She spent so long trying to be like other people. She just wanted to fit in. But try as she might, it never seemed to work. She was a square peg in a round hole.
Young Linnea's adorable.
It was time to embrace her differences.
I can't believe this day has come.
Looks like you don't need that old hat anymore.
I mean, oh, you got me lost in this lore.
Look after
We're
yourselves.
all kind of lost. We're just trying to
Trying
to figure it out and make sense of it. But
We'll miss you too, old boss.
where's Onego? In the square. I understood that
All
reference.
right. The rain stopped. Time to go. Don't worry about being different. The world's a big place, full of wonders and surprises. Keep exploring, and one day, you're sure to find others just like you. Huh? Oh, you want to come with me? Let's go then. The wide world awaits.
Do you say anything big here at the end? No? Nothing? No feignies? Alright. The most impressive thing an Archon has currently done was Venti shredding Tevat's largest mountain on an atomic level. Yeah, I remember. What was the reason they did that again? I think I remember it being like some like simple reason. Okay, so hey Destiny, welcome in. How's it going? We're just watching some character teasers. Venti just didn't like how it looked. Okay, I remember it was something like that. He's an artist. He cares about aesthetics. Did a super mega endgame game mode and got my Ryoshu. Oh, nice. That's the one you were trying to get yesterday, right? See, you got time. I'm an Aquarius, Sun, Pisces, Rising, Cancer, Moon. Oh, Aquarius, Sun, Pisces, Rising, Cancer, Moon. Okay. At the end of the trailer, Linnea just screams, "Feignies!"
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all
In Limbus, yes, one of the four. The amount of pain I
lost
am
myself
in
long
is
ago.
insane. Well, you
I
got them
allowed
at least.
myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss.
Oh, Destiny, maybe Destiny can
Surviving
chime in
is
on this
tough.
Feignies stuff.
Taming the beast within is tougher.
And Princess like Kevin now. Guys, you should have DM'd Destiny. Be like, check your DMs. Yeah, we were watching the Nicole character teaser, and we're still trying to make sense of things. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. All right, what are we doing today? When we watched that video, it was like the first thing and main thing I wanted to do. Let's see. And it is 9:30. If we wanted to do Star Rail to kind of like farm, because we used up a lot of Stellar Jades, guys. We used up a lot of Stellar Jades. No one knows the full context. So Kiana created the simulation, and then Kevin crashed it and took over. Stygian resets in 4 days. Also, isn't Second Descender now basically confirmed to be the Abyss through Nibelung returning and bringing abyssal power? I mean, I guess you could, that's one way of looking at it, yeah. Oh, and then this thing resets in 3 days. And remember, guys, for the make sure you guys are doing your dailies, because starting next cycle, they said that, because again, you only need 8 weeks out of the 12, because this to temper thyself in Journey Far, it lasts for 12 weeks, but you only need to finish 8 of them to get the constellation, right? But now they announced in the special program, if you finish weeks 9 through 12, you can get additional rewards like Prima Gems, for example. So now it's actually in your best interest to make sure you do complete at least 5 every week. I'm a week short of being able to get the constellation. No, you're gonna miss out on the constellation. You still have a couple days. Pisces will explain the whole reason people could call me contrarian. What's with Pisces? Second time it's happened. I missed the first one too. Ugh. I saw someone tweet like something similar, like, and they were still weeks out of finishing. They were like on week 5 or whatever, but because they missed a day and they knew how many weeks were left, they were like distraught, and they even like emailed Hoyoverse, see if anything could be done, and they're like, "We're sorry, we can't change the schedule of the event." Haven't gotten the potions yet. It was off by 1 week both times. Okay. Well, the new cycle starts in 3 days, 6 hours. Again, it lasts for 12 weeks. 8 weeks gets you the constellation. But if you do additional weeks beyond that, you can get additional rewards like Prima Gems and other stuff. Whatever the other stuff is. All I heard was Prima Gems in the, in the thing. I got Needless C1 on the second rotation though, and then who was your other one? Because this should be the 4th, right? Is this the 4th? Where's my list? Is it the 3rd? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Shenhe, Yamiko, Jean. Oof, missed 2 out of 3. Okay. The next one, assuming you guys are completing each week, or at least doing 5 out of the 7 each week, you'll get the next constellation on July 10th. That'll be the 8th week, and then the 5th day of the 8th week. So July 10th. But again, if you continue beyond that, you can get Prima Gems. So that's 100%. Yeah, 100% of both the new area and the other new area. Yeah, we're done with all the stuff that's in the events overview right now. I just wasn't logging in and doing dailies every day. No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I usually just, even if I don't have time to like play Genshin, I come in, talk to Catherine to do my expeditions. Then I jump over here. If I don't have time to actually do like dailies, because remember, converting into companion or condensed resin, converting to condensed resin, just 2. All you have to do is complete 2 condensed resins, because they're, remember, each of them is 60 now, right? So, create 2 condensed resins, and then you can then talk to Catherine and redeem your whatchamacallits. I forget what they're called. Your long-term encounter points. And then you can claim all your dailies. That's it. So, it doesn't take me but a few minutes. And then usually after that I check in on the teapot. Have I done that today? Not try acts 1 and 2. I'd kill my faith in game story. And story and characters are why I play games, since I don't do endgame stuff at all. For me, I'm playing chess Die Hard level. Ooh, wait, Die Hard. That's the best Christmas movie ever. How's the stream? We're doing okay. We were just watching some character teaser videos earlier. I do Spiral Abyss like maybe once a year, and I've never attempted the others. Spiral Abyss, I mean, like I do it just because of the rewards. But I mean, honestly, I still haven't claimed these things. Like, I don't know if there's any point in me waiting, but I'm not waiting for a particular reason. I just haven't redeemed these. I guess I could use some of these artifacts. My headache is getting worse. Don't really want to cancel my return stream. What time is it for you? It's like 4:30. Would a nap help? Because usually if I have like a headache, if I don't want to take like a Tylenol, I sometimes just take a nap. Wait, Sparkle, what was that for? Was that for like the stuff I'm using here? Or not using? Like why I'm not using these? I should probably claim these. These are for artifacts. I lost. Darn blunder. Ah, sorry. Wait, what do you mean Die Hard though? Is it just like the difficulty, or is it like Die Hard themed? Probably not. I'll take painkillers and hope it's better in an hour. Ooh, careful, don't go overboard of those. My brain just shut down because of it. No, trust me. Like, I'm still trying to rack my brain around it. Wrap my brain around it. Because it's a lot of lore, but it's incomplete lore. So we're just kind of trying. The rest of us are just trying to fill in the blanks. Like when we heard Faney's, we're just being like, okay, well, it sounds like Finon, so maybe it's
Any
Finon.
conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peace.
Like maybe if I down a whole bottle. Nope, that's not how it works, guys. The difficulty. Okay, I got excited there for the Die Hard part. Ho ho ho. Probably can't. Please don't joke like that though, because again, there might be people lurking that are probably impressionable.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
Please don't joke about that. Okay. Die Hard's not. Yes, it is. It's the best one. Just take 4. Take what's the recommended dosage on the bottle. Let's check in on Tubby.
This realm is
Best movie is Christmas Story. I wonder what my top 5 Christmas movies are. Like Die Hard's probably my number 1. Home Alone's got to be up there. What are some other good ones? Got dark humor now. Let's see. Let me pull up a list of some of the greatest ones of all time. Best Christmas movies of all time. And let's see which ones I consider my favorites. Here's a Rotten Tomatoes list. Here's an IMDb list. Entertainment Weekly. Ooh, Alpha's pretty good. Hold on, let's see. Oh, and Santa Claus. All right, which ones am I picking here? See, they have Die Hard on the list. Yippee-ki-yay. Ooh, Nightmare Before Christmas. Home Alone. Ooh, interesting. Criteria for Christmas movie: it being Christmas, to have a decent impact on the plot. Like, say, if How to Train Your Dragon just happened to take place on Christmas, it's suddenly not a Christmas movie, or it's not suddenly a Christmas movie. So, does it being Christmas have a significant point out in the plot of Die Hard? If so, can it be a Christmas movie? If not, then Christmas. If not, then not a Christmas movie. In that case, then yes. Heard through the words of Bruce Willis himself. I mean, I could make a horrible joke right here, but I'm not gonna. Night Before Christmas isn't even on Christmas. It's on Halloween. Yeah, it's on this list. This list lists Wonderful Life, or It's a Wonderful Life, as their number 1, followed by A Christmas Story, followed by Charlie Brown Christmas, Elf, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Love Actually, Bad Santa. I haven't seen that one. Muppets Christmas Carol, Year Without Santa Claus, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If I had to pick my top 5, is Tamagotchi Life on Switch 1? It is, yes. Tamagotchi Life is on Switch 1. So if you wanted to pick that up for that. You think so? Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is, yes. I think that was the final first-party game announced for Switch 1. So that one for sure I know. Is It's a Wonderful Life a Christmas film, though? Yeah. I'm not sure if it has an upgrade path, though. Not all games do. Yeah, not all games do. I don't think it needs one, though. Because, again, it was announced as the final Switch 1 game.
If you ever had...
Or, sorry, first-party Switch 1 game. Obviously, there are other companies that are probably still going to make Switch 1 games for a while. Just Dance, anyone? Alright, is there anything else we should do in Genshin? Or should we just kind of grind Divergent Universe for a while? But I'm hopeful new tale soon. Did you say it was already announced or something? Okay, my top 5. What are my top 5? Die Hard. In my mind, I'm trying to decide between Home Alone and Elf real quick for number 2. Whichever one I pick, the other one's 3.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventure.
Chat, which would you pick between Home Alone 1 and Elf? Does anyone else think Santa Claus 3 is better than Santa Claus 2? Might want to try it out. I want to try it out at some point. I just don't have time on my list right now.
If I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss.
5 years since Arise.
Would
Next.
I
Oh,
think
the
it's tough?
remaster. Okay, you mean a new Tales
Taming
game.
the beast within.
Titan says Elf. Kirax says Home Alone. Sparkle says Home Alone. They're very close in my mind right now. It's like I'm trying to decide between them. Like Home Alone's definitely more of like an older classic. I mean, it's not like Elf is that much younger. It's like what, 12 years younger maybe. Elf feels more like Christmas to me because we watched it every year on Christmas.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all
I mean,
walks of life.
let's see.
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, they're both very Christmas, like very Christmas. Growing up, we probably watched more of Home Alone, but although when you mentioned that you watch every year, that reminds me. Just for some odd reason, I don't know why. This is a complete tangent. Every year growing up, we always watch like on New Year's Eve, like before the countdown. I don't know why we did this, but we kept watching the Lost World Jurassic Park for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it just happened to be on, or we always just put on the movie or something. But like every year for New Year's Eve, we used to like growing up, we would watch the Lost World Jurassic Park. Tara, welcome in. We were talking Christmas movies and like what the top 5 are. I don't know why we're talking about this in May, but we are. We watched some Genshin lore videos a bit ago, and now we're like racking our brains as to how it fits into the greater Honkai lore. But yeah, so my number 1 I would probably say it's Die Hard, but number 2 I'm debating between Elf and Home Alone 1. Let's see. Call me Elf one more time. He's an angry elf. As to where first time I watched Home Alone, I was like, yeah, so you didn't watch it until later on. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventure.
Growing up, I thought that was an actual movie, but apparently it was not. They filmed it specifically for Home Alone. Alright, is there anything else we need to do in Genshin? Otherwise, we're just gonna switch over to Star Rail, do my dailies. Actually, maybe we'll do our ZZZ dailies, get that out of the way, and come back to Star Rail and just kind of grind out the Divergent Universe. Because I need the Stellar Jades. I need... wait, we got more mail? Whose birthday? Oh. Satisfaction survey. Chat, let's go. We live for this. Did you say Home Alone was ruined, though? It is... The lore of Home Alone 1 is made worse by Home Alone 4. Yes. and 2 technically, because 1 and 2 are like the same stuff. Also involving a Kevin. Rip Kevin's mom. Bum, bum. All right, should we do the survey? Hang on, I gotta pull up my survey, copy and paste. Where is it? Genshin feedback. How does a sequel ruin the original? Wouldn't the original be the same? The original movie doesn't change, but when you have additional context or you change that context through retcons, it puts the first movie in a different light, so it can ruin said movie. Does it like go the first movie was just a dream sequence or something? Oh, have you not seen the 4th one? You should watch the 4th one, and then hate me for making you watch the 4th one. Guys, I am very open to watching movies, and if they're not great, whatever. But like, that's one of the only movies where I'm like, I want that time of my life back. I've only seen 1 and Lost in New York, so you've seen 1 and 2, yeah. 3 at the time was awful because it was not 1 and 2, but in hindsight, 4 and presumably 5 make 3 look like a masterpiece. I think 3 was also like Scarlett Johansson's, like one of their first movies or something like that. But yeah, there's a 5. There might be a 6. I don't know. Does anyone know? Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. I know for a fact there's at least 5. Home Alone franchise. Because there's like a Home Alone like holiday heist or something. That might be when they were bought by Disney or something. Or maybe the 6 was after that were bought by Disney. All right, there's Home Alone. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Home Alone 3. Home Alone 4, that was directed TV. Then there's Home Alone, The Holiday Heist. And then there's a Home Sweet Home Alone. Okay, and it looks like that last one, Home Sweet Home Alone, that's the one in my head that I thought was 5, but because I'm looking at the picture. But that's, yeah, the last one, the 6th one is the only one that's been post-Disney. Yeah, first 3 films were released theatrically by 20th Century Fox. The following 2 were made-for-television films that were produced by Fox Television Studios, but aired on the Disney-owned ABC and ABC Family. Interesting. Following the acquisition of 21st Century Fox by Disney, the 6th film in the franchise was produced by the newly renamed 20th Century Studios for Disney+. By the way, I'm going to make backlog progress for main 3 games be at least 1 hour a day. Any other time be spent on other backlog games, non-backlog games, reading, watching movies or shows, or taking out. Oh, that's good. Make a little bit of progress each day. I mean, that was the whole point of me like streaming every day too. It's like, all right, I'm making time for my games. Is there a way I can see like the reception to all these? Let's see. Oh, Future. Are they making more? Wait, Home Sweet Home Alone stars Ellie Kemper. Oh man, I'm a fan of Ellie Kemper. Is this gonna ruin? Speaking of, I still haven't finished on Netflix because I don't have Netflix. I canceled Netflix when Disney Plus was announced. Have you guys seen Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt? Because that show was fantastic. So it's on Netflix. It's Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. It stars Ellie Kemper, who I previously only knew from The Office. Yeah, when I canceled Netflix, there were a few shows that I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna miss having access to these. One is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt because I haven't seen season 3. I don't know if there's more beyond that. And then a show that I had watched on the CW, which I loved, was what's the name of it? Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. That one was fantastic. I watched the first 3 seasons. And then I took a break because the show went on the summer hiatus, and I never got around to watching the fourth when it aired initially. But it's on Netflix supposedly. But then I didn't have access to it anymore after I canceled Netflix. I'm like, dang it, now I can't watch it. And then the other one was the Carmen Sandiego reboot. There's some games from backlog again for either lack of interest or being too long to want to have in backlog. Like Xenoblade 2 is just going to be when I get around to it and have motivation game. Okay. Yeah, the Xenoblade games are long. Not sure I'll get flagged for this comment. If you can watch The Office. I mean, I've seen The Office. I just want to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend so I can finish it, and I want to watch Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt so I can finish it. But yeah, no, I've seen The Office. Oh no, the comment before about The Office was that it. So I'm reading the Wikipedia on the Home Alone franchise because we were trying to figure out how many Home Alone movies there were, and the sixth one that was made after Disney bought Fox, which is on Disney Plus, so I can watch it if I really wanted to. But it stars Ellie Kemper, who I know her from The Office, and then she was also on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She starred in that one. And I was commenting like, oh, the film stars Ellie Kemper, the Home Alone 6. And I was like, oh, is this gonna ruin my impression of her? I want to have backlog be stuff I'm very much interested in playing and think I'll enjoy. As far as Xenoblade, feels like I'm torturing myself. The characters and story are so good though. It's just the gameplay. For me at the start, because it was so different from 1, it took a while to get used to. Eventually, I got used to it, but it took a while. I didn't like Jim after he breaks up the relationship between Steve and Pam's mother. Oh, I remember that. Rather, Michael Scott and Pam's mother. Yeah. No, I remember that. One of my favorite scenes, though, was from the finale when they were dancing at the wedding and all that stuff, and like I think Ellie's what was Ellie Kemper's character's name? Her dad was at the wedding too. And what was it? Someone made a comment like that, you have great dance moves, or I love your dance moves or whatever, and she's like, thanks, I don't know where I get it from. And then like the camera like backs up and you can see her she and her dad were both dancing, but they had their backs turned toward each other, and they were doing the exact same moves. And it was like, oh, that's where. Love the cast. It's just the combat is the worst combat I've ever experienced in an RPG. I got used to it eventually. It didn't take like super long, but it took a while. Thought Jim was a jerk. I mean, he could be, but that was oftentimes for the humor. Like a fight versus basic enemies, like him and Dwight. Like, they were awful toward each other, but they were also like, I mean, if you watch the show to completion, like, you know, they were very close. So, or ended up being very close. Takes an hour of my life, guys. You know, like the first battle took me forever, just because I was like, how does this auto battle work in this game? Like, it was completely different from Xenoblade 1. So. All right, shall we do this Genshin survey? I do like filling this in with my copy and paste. We might have to tweak some stuff here and there. All right, confirm, go to survey. Let's do this. Dear Traveler, the following survey will take approximately 2 minutes. Yada yada yada, start. Into a random encounter in a field and reinforcements keep showing up before I kill things. Yeah, eventually I got the hang of it. How satisfied are you with this version of the game? This is specifically for Luna 6. I'll say somewhat satisfied. The expansion, the Mondstadt expansion at least. The other expansion's fine. The Mondstadt expansion could have been bigger. How satisfied are you with version Luna 6's new areas? Okay, now they're bundling them into one. Again, the Mondstadt expansion could have been bigger. The other expansion was fine. Get random encounter in a field. I read that. How satisfied are you with the following characters? Linnea, very satisfied. Are we talking as the character or playable, like how they play? Well, I guess Linnea's good in both sense. Like, found out my PS5 save files didn't get sent to PS4, and it was unlikely. Wait, PS5 save files didn't get sent to PS4. I knew it was unlikely, but part of me hoped. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because they were probably converted. No, stay away. Wait, what are we talking about? What? All right. Nefer. Satisfied. Chaska. Oh, this is probably for the... Well, hold on. Oh, this is for the banners. Linnea, Nefer, Chaska, Lauma. No, we like all those. No, stay. Wait, what are we talking about, Sparkle? All right. How satisfied are you with Milliaster Wonderland? Haven't heard of it. Don't know much about it. Where's the part like? Haven't played it, but I'm sure it's fine. Should we just say neutral? I'll just say neutral. All right. Where waves meet the reef. Next. Which of the following best describes your understanding of where waves meet the reef event? I've heard of this event. Have you participated? Yes. How satisfied are you with where waves meet the reef? Where waves meet the reef event? With the where's event. Okay, very satisfied. I thought it was good. It was on the shorter side, but I'm not gonna hold that against it. It was very good. Based on your experience, well, okay, the mini games. Based on your experience browsing and using the event interface, how satisfied are you with the following? The interface was fine. Information presented on the interface, very satisfied. Yeah, the menus were fine. How satisfied are you with the atmosphere of the events? Very satisfied. I liked it. Also, I might just play Symphonia on Switch 2 to deal with constant crashes since I can't play in GameCube anymore like I planned on. I hope the crashes are overblown and hopefully it's somewhat playable. How satisfied are you with the plot content of the event? Very satisfied. Actually, I should probably make that a note when I put in my copy paste. Like, this event needs to be put in the game. Okay. Tales of Many. That was fun. They probably could have gone further with it, but that was fun. Next. What are the reasons for your satisfaction with the story? Only up to 2. Characters I like. I can learn more about the characters. Animations during the dialogues are vivid. The animation was fantastic. Dialogues fit the characters' characterizations. The content of the dialogues is interesting. I can only pick 2. What should I pick? We're picking animations. And I'm going to say I can learn more about the characters. Because when I say characters I particularly like have made appearances, but like, what about people who maybe it's not their favorite? So I want to be more open there. Or maybe the content of the dialogues? No, that's good. How satisfied are you with the rewards? For this event, I'm very satisfied. We got a free Yehoda. From what I was told when I was trying to figure out why it's flagged as incompatible, it's legitimately impossible to play for 2 hours and not experience it. Oh, really? I mean, I guess nowadays I don't play it in as long a session as I would have back when it came out, but because we played the heck out of that game. How satisfied are you with the time required to earn the rewards? Those mini games I didn't like. They weren't amazing, but I thought they went by fairly easily and fairly quick. So I'm gonna say very satisfied. How satisfied are you with the clarity of the tutorial? Very satisfied. With the various sub-events. Okay, so these ones were... I'm going to say they were just, like, okay. Okay, wait. Fire support assault. Yeah. Thwack and smack defense bots. Somewhat satisfied. Again, it was easy enough, but... And then the Pneumosia barrage countermeasure was fine. Next. following questions are related to the Pneumosia barrage countermeasure. What are reasons for your satisfaction? Select up to 2. Process of quickly switching feels challenging. Well, yeah, it kind of was. Gameplay of using them attributes to defeat. Of using those attributes to defeat the barrage firing mechanism is fun. I wouldn't say that. Process of dodging bullets is throwing and feels challenging. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's like the part I didn't like about Nier. Time required to obtain the rewards I wanted is just right. I think that was fine. Gameplay mechanics that utilize Numa and Ostia attributes create a sense of familiarity. Difficulty of earning the rewards I want is acceptable. I'm gonna say the time required and the difficulty. Have you encountered any issues? Didn't know how to absorb energy. Didn't know how to break enemy shields. Didn't know how to determine the Pneumosia attribute. Didn't know when to switch. Didn't know how to deal with the different online barrages. Yeah, I didn't. Those weren't problems. No, Nier isn't even bad bullet hell wise. It was okay. I played on like the lowest difficulty. Other Tales games to play through first, but that's the only way I can experience Symphonia. No, yeah, if that's your only option, then. How interesting did you find the events? Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was fine. I just wasn't a fan. How'd you feel about the difficulty? It wasn't difficult. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't difficult. Actually, it was a little bit easy, but... How satisfied are you with the time? Time was fine. Bum, ba, da, 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 dum. Like Nier and Undertale are basically babies first bullet hell territory. That doesn't change the fact that it's also still the least part of my favorite part of the gameplay. By the way, I hate to say it, but Shadows actually made Grima Robin look really cool. Kind of mad that they got a cooler Grima over Faye. Wouldn't know. Do you have any other comments or thoughts you want to share about version Luna 6's events? If so, please leave a note below. Thank you very much for your support, Traveler. All right, open-ended. This is totally about the events, right? All right, we can probably edit some of these. Please bring Genshin Impact to Nintendo Switch 2. I want to play on the go, but don't like using touchscreen. Don't want to have to lug around a controller. We got to make it about the events. And its events to Switch 2. Since iPad now supports external monitors, please add support for widescreen and ultra-wide monitors. It's bad enough. Hold on. Through stage... Oh, actually, let's put that in the... So now supports external monitors through stage manager. Enough when the game is clearly framed for at least 16:9 and many scenes get cut off when playing on iPad, but for the game to still be 4:3 and pillar box on an external monitor is frustrating. That being said, if they do expand it and I can play it on my TV in 16:9, I don't know how I would capture that in 16:9 because I can only plug into my computer. Like I would have to capture my TV separately if I were to do that. I would have to figure that out. 3. Likewise, make the Apple Vision Pro version also support widescreen and ultrawide. Please make more past events permanent, including... What's this event called again? Winds meet reef thing, what? Genshin. Winds... Where waves meet the reef, including where waves meet the reef. And what was the one I sent Kaizen? And homeward, he who caught the wind. Let's start in 4.0. I didn't know anything about Fischl until I just watched a YouTube video Another 2.8 cylinder event, and thank goodness I did it right before doing official Witch's homework. I can only imagine how many people are confused about Durin or Aoife. And welcome in. We're filling out a Genshin survey. I'm going to copy and paste all this as my updated responses. Speaking of 2.8, bring back Xinyan. I think they did recently. Not for a lot, but they did. Please bring Traveler and Paimon to Super Smash Bros. Bring back Jet, give her a redesign, make her playable. I think they're gonna. Something like a heritage shop to obtain past event items and weapons, right? Can we get that's not gonna happen. So yeah, because they don't give Archons outfits, but is there any way they can give us that? You know what, I'm just gonna leave it in here anyway. An event like the online GeoGuessr game. Sure, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna copy and paste this as the updated version. And submit. Is there anything else we want to add to this? How are you doing today, AM? Don't think a random customer support intern has any say in who Sakurai adds. This is Smash if there's another Smash. It's like asking a bit much, don't you think? I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall and hoping some of it sticks. Oh, who's messaging me? Oh, it's Serena. She's asking if I've ever played Pokemon Conquest. Doing good. Kind of just decompress. Oh no, I get it. Whatever it's called after Acquire Conquest. Yeah. Decompressing is a good way to put it. All right. Sounds like we are good on these. So next. Thanks. Survey complete. Thanks for your help, Traveler. And we got our Mora. Thank you for filling out Paimon's survey. 30,000 Mora and the 1,000 for just the notification. Claim. All right, how many pulls do I have? Let's update my chart. We're almost at 30,000 Prima Gems. Do we have any standard pulls? Guessing no. Five plus 29, 34, 94, 279. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum. Yeah, we had 300 and then we went for who did we go for? Was that Linnea? No, that was for Lauma. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum. Let's see. I feel like some of these are most likely. Which ones do you think are the most likely? I'm winning again. Let's go. The Die Hard Chess. Sad how some games I really want to own physically are Japanese only means I gotta keep them always downloaded, even if I get them physically. Oh, I see what you're... Okay. Except the Farina outfits. It's not me hating on Farina outfit, by the way. No, yeah, I don't see that as happening. Because they don't give Archons outfits. I mean, they could make an exception. They could make an exception, but they're not gonna. I just put it on there anyway, just to let them know I would like this to happen. Ace Attorneys 1 to 3 and Naruto Ultimate's Ninja Storm Trilogy are Japan only. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Speaking of Japan only, I went to the Music Square Enix concert recently. They played some Xenogears. Everyone got super excited. And I was thinking, like, oh, they should do a Xenoblade concert series, which is Nintendo and not Square Enix, right? They should do a Xenoblade concert series. Because they've done, like, Mario Oh, no. Have they done Mario? They've done Zelda concerts. They've done Fire Emblem concerts. They've done a Kirby concert. They've done Pokemon concerts. Actually, had they done a Mario concert? I'm sure they have. No, they have. Yeah, they have. They have. because I have the soundtracks, the live soundtracks recorded from those concerts. One was a jazz concert even. That was kind of cool. All right. So we're good on. Oh, that's probably the mail I just checked, right? Yeah. All right. Let's get the ZZZ dailies done. Getting Genshin Impact on Switch 2 and Traveler and Smash. You think that's possible or not possible? I'm hopeful because they confirmed Genshin for Switch in the past. It just hasn't gotten here yet. As for them coming to Smash, I think if they were to come to Switch 2, I think if the game were to come to Switch 2, I think the chances increase exponentially. Just because of how big the game is. Naruto Ultimate and how relentless Genshin fans are. And like, if we do another vote or something. Is how I got into Naruto. And Storm 3 is nostalgic as hell. I got it day 1 and refused to sleep till I beat it. Okay. Possibly. Yeah, I think it's possible. Like on the technical level, they can do it. We are going to finish this event, not today though, because this event is a lot more involved than I thought it was. This Bang Boo event. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Saturday's a face stream, guys. Tomorrow we're also expecting silhouettes, so just FYI. Someone remind me. Let me change the category real quick. Sometimes I forget to do that when we're just doing dailies. Guys, it's almost the weekend. Again, at the high school, the seniors are basically done. Next week, the middle school, well, the 8th graders are done. And then the rest of the high school. And then after that, the week after that's when everyone else is done. That's into Storm 1. Still part of the original trilogy. So I gotta keep it downloaded since it's a 3-in-1 thing. Don't want to spend money on 2 and 3 digitally separately. It was only added later. Just to save a few gigs on Storm 1. Jet becoming playable is one of the least likely, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm hoping, but... Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I expect them to return in story? Serenica Crystal, welcome in. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. That's the first hydrate today. Okay, we got a shout out. Welcome in. We just did our Genshin dailies. We also watched the Genshin, the Nicole character teaser. Which has pretty big lore significance, so you should watch that if you get a chance. Will never be playable. I'm gonna remain in denial for now. Let's see. But good, thanks. What you up to today? Oh wait, I did this already. Like I said, we just watched the Genshin character teaser for Nicole. We also watched Linnea's, because I never got around to watching that, which was adorable. And now we're just doing our ZZZ dailies, and then we'll do our Star Rail dailies as well in a moment. And then tomorrow we're probably going to come back to ZZZ and kind of continue that Bang Boo event. Don't really watch Genshin SP unless I see someone doing a watch party. Okay. This was one of the bigger ones for like lore purposes, like for Genshin's overall lore. So that's why I was like, when I found out it was like apparently amazing, I was like, oh, we should watch this, and then we found out why. Oh, you're talking about the special program specifically? Yeah, well, this wasn't the special program. This was just the character teaser for Nicole. But yeah, we usually do special programs like the evening after it releases. I usually do like a giveaway. So, when's the next special program? for any Hoyo game that I play. Again, guys, if you type in !HoyoCal, I keep a calendar, because Hoyoverse is like clockwork. So like patches for Genshin, Star Rail, and ZZZ, character banners, special programs, even drip marketing for everything except ZZZ, because ZZZ drip marketing is like a crapshoot. Let's see, today is the 14th. So the next, let's see here. Yeah, there's nothing else going on this week aside from the new banners in Star Rail. Next week, we are expecting the new Genshin patch with banners for Nicole and Durin and Prune. We are also expecting the special program for Star Rail next Friday, the 22nd. And I expect the drip marketing for Star Rail on Monday. It might not be Monday, but based on past patterns, I expect it on Monday. Rebuy Storm 2 and 3 would cost 40 just to save 5 gigs, so not worth. I'm waiting for HSR special program because more next Blade. I'm not pulling for Blade, but I am waiting to see if Yao Guang reruns, because I think they're due. Of the characters that haven't had reruns yet, Cyrene, Yao Guang, and Sparksy are next in line. I think Cyrene and Yao Guang are probably on this patch, and then I think of the other characters who have had reruns but now are due for another one, there's Anaxa, there's Finon, there's Cypher, and there's Mighty. I think Finon being paired with Cyrene makes a lot of sense. Now, so while I'm assuming, again, I always have to assume the worst possible case for my my Stellar Jades, right? I'm assuming Yao Guang is going to be phase 1, but I'm hoping they're not until 4.4. You know? Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, as they say. Alright, let's see. Claim my dailies here. But yeah, special program for Star Rail is next Friday, so we'll see. I'm sure plenty of Blade. Good, I need Yao Guang's light cone for my alt account. I'm just going for the character right now, but if I get them super early, I don't know, maybe we try. Because I already have Cyrene and Finon, assuming they're the other reruns. But yeah, if I get them super early, maybe we try for it. But I'm also waiting for whenever Pearl and Nilux run, and they could run as early as 4.4 until I'm told otherwise. So, but yes, it would be nice to get the light cones, but usually, I will say I do get the light cones in Star Rail, and I get the W engines in ZZZ more than I go for any signature weapons in Genshin, just because the banner rates are better. Like, Genshin's a what, 37.5 to 62.5, whereas Star Rail and ZZZ, it's a straight 75.25. Alright, what am I doing? Claim this. Oh shoot, how many more did I say I need for... Oh, I only did one. Claim... I think I said I needed one more, right? Of this specific one. I wonder how common it is for someone to get into an anime via a licensed game. I mean, whenever this Genshin anime comes out, I'm gonna get into watching it. I mean, and then they had Sonic cartoons, but they didn't make an anime of Sonic until later on. Same with Kirby. Even though I'll be gone just for tomorrow, I'm going to pack a few sketchbooks because I don't know which one to bring. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's good to be prepared, you know. Bum, bum, bum. New Shiyu, yep, that resets soon. Okay, so I collected my dailies, got my... Let me see if I can... Oh, let's collect this mail too.
This weather's perfect for a little exploring.
You know, her core skill is already leveled up. I think I was working on Promia next.
I wish you take your...
Understood.
Maybe?
Leave it to me.
Yes. Oh, we don't have her
Just
there.
tell me the target.
So I have to wait until next week for more. Well, I guess I could spend the battery to get those. Lucia, yep, we got her core skill fully leveled up. I still have to get like her where is she?
Need something?
Where are you? Where are you? Her other skills leveled up. A lot of animes get a game, but I feel like most of the time it's probably fans of the anime trying to get the game or trying the game instead of someone starting with the game and then heading to the actual series. Okay. What ones would you like to see?
I'll show you my real value this time.
I know I'm really short on Mora, so I should probably farm some Mora. Friends, I have an early morning tomorrow. I'm on every day. So this is day 2,738 in a row. Let's see. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna do some ZZZ to continue the Bang Blue event. Saturday, we're doing Fire Emblem Heroes mostly, and then we might dabble in some other stuff, but mostly Fire Emblem Heroes. Sunday, I don't know if I have something lined up for that yet. Let me check. Sunday. We have nothing yet. Nothing lined up. And again, next week is a weird week, guys. So Monday we're doing a Faye stream because we're expecting the bridal banner. So we'll do our summons. Tuesday, I have a afternoon movie. It's the IMAX release and 4K remaster of Secret World of Arietti. That's the Ghibli film. So I'm seeing that, but I should be back in time for a normal evening stream. But if I don't get a lot of sleep the prior nights, then I might need to take a nap after the movie, in which case we're starting to stream at like 9:30 or something. But just FYI. That's also the day we're pulling for Nicole. So that might be a weird day. Wednesday, don't know what we're doing. Thursday, I'm also seeing an afternoon movie. It's the Thursday previews for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Are you going to see that, Kirok? Mandalorian and Grogu on Thursday, and then after that I'll come back for stream. Don't know what we're streaming yet. And then Friday we're doing the Star Rail special program.
Hiya, papaya!
And hiya, papaya! Welcome in, Katie. Thank you for the raid. How's it going, guys? How was your stream? Katie was doing Pragmata. Welcome in, everyone. How are you guys? We're doing some ZZZ at the moment. We were watching some Genshin character teasers earlier for Nicole, if you guys play Genshin. But if you're here for the first time, guys, welcome in. My name is Christian. I stream every day on this channel. This is day 2,738 in a row streaming. Mostly games like Fire Emblem and other Nintendo games like Zelda and Pokemon. But we do the Hoyoverse games as well, like Genshin, Star Rail, and ZZZ. So if you haven't done so, hit that follow button. Join the Discord. But welcome in. Enigma, how's it going? Let's see. You'll be on Saturday. Yeah, we're doing Fire Emblem Heroes on Saturday. We would love to have Dylan. Dylan's fantastic. I do think she's going to run in the first 2 patches of 3.x, I think, right? If you look on the Hoyo calendar that I made, I started putting predictions for the 3.x runs. Let's see here. Nicole comes out how long till Lowen? Nicole comes out on Tuesday. Lowen is 3 weeks later. So 3 weeks later. Again, type in exclamation point Hoyo Cal, one word, and then you can see the calendar that I made, basically, because Hoyo's like clockwork. It's easy to predict everything. Thank you for the large Strawberry Cat. Katie, guys, if you haven't known, so Katie was streaming Pragmata. They're also a fellow Fire Emblem fan, big fan of Three Houses. Headache's so bad. Should I just cancel stream and accept that So's gonna pass me? Or you can just like drop in So's stream and like stall them more. Like, when is your next stream day, Kaizen? Yeah, you don't have to force yourself if you're not feeling up for it. All right, Enigma, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Doing all right, and enjoying the streams, but also watching some shows. What shows you watching? Because we were all just talking about shows and movies earlier. Let's see. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. The Hoyo Cow is so useful. A lot of people actually use it. Like, a lot of other streamers use it now too. So, well, a lot of the ones that I know and stuff like that. So, probably this weekend's the next opportunity. Okay, that's not too far along, or too far away. Yeah. So that the Hoyo Cow. I know, for example, I know Envy uses it. Jazzy, who was I think in the chat like a day or two ago, right? Because I remember our Jazz. So they were here a couple days ago, and I know they've looked at the calendar, and because it's useful for predicting banners and kind of planning things out. Again, black text means those are confirmed things. Light gray, or I guess it's like mid gray or whatever. Those are my predictions based on patterns. Probably this week. Oh, right. That. Did I hear shows, movie and TV buff? Yeah, Kirak's a big TV and movie buff. So yeah, if you're watching anything Enigma, feel free to share. You don't have to, but feel free if you want. It's funny how manipulated you. It's funny how I manipulated you into starting Genshin, and how now you're impacting the Genshin streamer community. Butterfly effect is so cool. And then you also are the reason we're doing a Genshin marching band show. So entire group of kids now playing Genshin. All right, and their parents apparently. We even heard from some other band directors, because again, this show concept is just so like out of the norm for various reasons. Like, who puts a choir on a marching band field? But we've been hearing comments from other band directors who, because they saw our show announcement, and they're like, "Yeah, my kid plays that game, and they're excited to see your show," and yada 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 yada. It's fantastic. I'm only into Genshin and other Hoyo stuff because Condor manipulated me, Falcon, and Dilu. All right. What was I doing next here? But yeah, if you guys haven't done so, hit that follow button. We're just doing our ZZZ dailies and other stuff, and then we'll dive into some Starl as well. Honkai Starl for those who might have heard of it. Shield defense ends in 5 hours. Let's get that done. Stable node's done. Disputed node's fine. Teleport now. And if you guys want to add me in any of those 3 Hoyo games that I play, ! UID or ! Hoyo. So ice, physical, electric. Ooh. But I have them on the same team. Let's see, presets. I need more electric characters. My Anbi's not built. Wait, I should probably put Lucia's not doesn't have all her skills built yet, but she's almost ready for this team. I can replace Pen Inhu. Me too. Yeah. Like, who else is there under electric? They changed their name, but I use the other name stuff. But if I use the other name stuff, it gets confusing here. Because they started using Chris, which here specifically would get confusing. I don't go by Chris. But this is my only electric that's viable at the moment. We might use them for team 2, because the other one, the first one's also weak to physical teams, so I could use Arsuna there, Dial in here. Well, Dialin's probably one of the alongside Evelyn. Yeah, because I can't use the Alice team because they both have Yuzuha. Let's go with this team for team 1, this one for team 2. Deploy preset, and let's see how we do. Said years ago to call you Christian, since Tanuki is technically the brand, not you. Even though at this point you and the brand are basically one and the same. I would hope so. Xinguang is actually base, not that she is. Dylan's actually a combo-based character, which I'm not usually huge on combo-based characters, but hers is actually simple enough that I'm like, this works for me. I think it was your media company thing, and you were unsure if you wanted to restart it and have more Tanukis. Ishigong is actually based off physical, not that she is. I wish I had Dylan. Yeah, Dylan's fantastic. There we go. There we go. Again, she's combo based, which but it's simple enough that even I can handle it. All right, here we go. Our ice team. So again, we mostly wanted this for electric, so we're gonna try and make use. Switcher. Give me an opportunity to switch. I'm gonna make use of the on. Oh, not that one. But alright, we switched anyway. Surrender. Surrender.
Resistance is futile. Nanaki, I'll handle it.
Her and Cecilia are rerun grabs, but Cecilia takes priority over her. I kind of want to get. I didn't get Cecilia, did I? I don't remember. But I would like to get her. Did I get her? I don't know. Oh, I tried. I think I threw a few tentpoles, but didn't get her. That's what it was. Yeah, because we needed to save for Lucia. We wanted to try to get her, but next frontier is physical, electric. Let's stick with that. Miyabi is based off ice, and Ishuen is based off ether. Right? Yeah. So I got ahead of the game and finished new Nikkei event early instead of waiting for the end to read through it. Yeah, so like with events these days, like before, especially when I did a lot of stuff off stream that weren't like obviously like main arc and quests and stuff like that, I would always do on stream. But like other stuff, sometimes we do like mini world quests like off stream. Nowadays, I try and do anything that's not just like that's just not just base exploration. I usually try and do it on stream. But back then, like before I would procrastinate on like smaller events and stuff like that, but nowadays, like if I'm doing an event and I'm doing it on stream, I generally try and do it as soon as I can where everything's fully unlocked, so I don't have to like do like one part one day and one part another day, you know. So as soon as everything's like fully unlocked, like not time locked or anything like that, I'll try and do it all in one sitting. Especially because I'm kind of obsessed with the new character. Oh, I just do it so I'm not like stressing out at the last second anymore.
Here I go. Pay close attention to what I'm saying. I want to send all the bad guys flying. Radiant cloud. Light brings the dawn. Move it. Is it more? Turn around. Smash them. A complaint?
Well, it was so bad when I learned what she called the commander. Not gonna lie. What's up?
Reveal truth.
The commander. Well, no, I mean, what did she call them?
My blade is
Push a nickname for him.
In pursuit. Surrender. Watch your six. My blade is already sheathed.
Victory, the only option.
Oh, kitten, nice. We welcome in. Did you try to get Evanescia? We did. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have because we should have waited for the special program, but I was tempted, and we lucked out. Fox Tomcat, welcome in. Have a great stream. Thank you. And thank you for joining the raid. I appreciate that. Again, guys, if anyone came in with a raid and is here for the first time, my name is Christian. I stream every day on this channel. This is day 2,738 in a row of streaming. Mostly games like Fire Emblem and other Nintendo games like Zelda and Pokemon. But we do the Hoyoverse games as well. Like Genshin, start on ZZZ. Oh, you won? Nope. But sometimes not winning can still be lucky. About the story, she also accused Crush, and she says she feels like we only show affection on our terms when not when others seek it. Much like a cat, and she likes cats a lot. So who doesn't? Decided to call the Commander Kitten. Oh, you lost? Who'd you get? I got Sela in like 38 polls, and then we got our guaranteed Evanescia in like 41 polls. So in the total amount that it took us to lose and get the guarantee, it was about the same amount I probably would have expected on a win anyway. So basically just a bunch of earlies. Sela is now E3. So actually planning to get both Evanescia and Treeby. Yeah, I mean, again, I like having Treeby. I just wish I used them as much as I used to. It's just that the team I used most that she was on was, I think she was replaced by Evernight, I think. I'll have to double check. So you still got Evanescia, though you lost and then stopped. I lost, then got her on the guarantee. Oh, you thought I lost and stopped. No. Yeah, we lost so early that we were able that I was like, oh, we can still guarantee her. Even if the guarantee ended up taking me to soft video all the way, I probably, I had enough that I could still do it because we lost so early and I didn't expect that. Because we were like, okay, I can try for Evanescia and still guarantee Yao Guang, but I wouldn't be able to hard guarantee Evanescia. And we did the math, and after we lost early, we were like, yeah, we can guarantee Evanescia. Well, almost. I think we said we can go up to 80 on the guarantee. I think that's what it was. Yeah. We lost at 38, and then we did the math, and we said, okay, we can basically guarantee her, but we can't hard guarantee it. I think that's what it was. I couldn't go up to 90 on the guarantee, but I could go up to 80 if needed. We only needed to go like 41.
Leave it to me.
Light brings the dawn.
Cut through darkness. Is it reveal truth.
There's more. Oh my god.
Without 1 second thanks.
Arya shares a VA with Mint, which makes it Zizi the second time Nongong Yu, a VA and Arya VA voice idols in the same idol group. Oh, there's like a bunch of friends.
A measure of steel slices the world through.
Hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining the raid. How are you doing today?
Hello.
We're playing some ZZZ. Well, we were doing dailies, but now apparently we're doing the shoe defense because it resets today. Yeah, I was dropping in. Katie started a stream right before I did, so I was dropping in there before it started. And they were doing some Pragmatic. Which is on the Switch too. I could potentially get it if I wanted to. Jorka, welcome in. Good morning. Can we get a shout out for Jorka as well? Must go faster. Must go faster. Don't think their third idol teammate voices Suna though. Ah. So it's kind of like Cheetah Girls versus like 3LW, where it's like part of the group. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Waste of time. Sorry, I'm late, Yanagi. Weakling. Victory, the only option.
I'm going to the movies today to see the new Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, nice. I think Dorolo saw that. That one's voiced by Elizabeth Maxwell, voice of Sainijima. Isn't she also Evelyn? I think. I think Suna is voiced by Sai unless she's got crazy range. No, I think they voice. I could be wrong, but aren't they Evelyn? I was wondering if you would like to try ZZZ Deadly Assault on Mike. Wait, what? Why do you do that? Yeah, she's E2. Yeah, so I don't think there's not a lot of people that like voice multiple major playable characters. I mean, there's some people that do like voices for like multiple minor characters, but.
Mind and body.
We don't run out of time. No, we're in A-rank territory now.
I swear on my blade.
I don't know if you're better at getting 9 stars. Oh, ZZZ, I literally am just mashing buttons.
The preemptive strike.
That being said, I do use guides to kind of figure out my teams, so that like I at least have characters that work well together.
Resistance is futile.
And actually, yeah, Deadly Assault. Let me see how my records are in Deadly Assault. But I just mash buttons. Genshin, I'm better at because I actually like look into like good rotations. I'm not always great at them, but I look into them and try and learn. And Star, I just auto battle. I'm there for story. But let's see how I'm doing on Deadly Assault. Let me collect these rewards. Claim 340 polychromes. That's 2 pulls. So yeah, haven't done Deadly Assault. I mean, isn't ZZ less perfect rotation heavy because you got to do all the stuff like parry enemy attacks? Yeah, that I can handle. And oftentimes like even in that one, because again, like remember how on the teams, like one of them was like, okay, well, because I have my ice character Miyabi on the second team. The first team, the main weakness I was focusing on was physical, right? So I was mostly focusing on like Dylan and Suna. But because of the things where like the parry and all that stuff, they kept switching me out. I'm like, I'm in the middle of a Dylan combo. Let me do my attack. But nope, I had to switch out. Can't always guarantee you'll have the character's rotation. Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Oh, we're one away from a free pull.
You, manager. We can go out anytime. Huh? Do you have a secret you want to share?
I need to farm Denny's. I only know my lunar crystallized rotation. I was looking into a guide of like some of the most powerful team comps in as of Luna 6, and yeah, the Navia Linnea team is actually like top 10 apparently. I need Denny's. Wait, Jorka, what server are you on? Not that that matters. It's all just logging in and stuff like that. But I'm just kind of curious. I guess servers matters more for like something like Genshin. Maybe we would do like co-op. EU, okay. This guy survived. Master Yoda, you survived. Two more of these. Then we'll check in on Star Rail. I guess we're not farming the heck out of Divergent Universe today. Not with the time we have left. That was the hope at the time.
It's not time to shoot my blade just yet.
Alright, and then Kaizen, while I still have it up, any more questions on that list of Monset stuff? Or sorry, list of Genshin stuff? Or is it pretty straightforward now? Like you understand it at least. Again, Lantern Right's not crucial before Snezhnaya, but if you do have time to squeeze everything in, it's worth playing. I think I can understand. Okay. And I put timestamps too for the two VODs because obviously I don't like some of the VODs are like dailies and stuff like that. So I put the timestamps in. I think I actually linked to the start of those, so you don't have to watch like the extra stuff. Even if I feel like Durin Quest will be again. I know you're not a big fan of Durin, but again, in terms of like greater Genshin lore and like characters that are tied to him, I think it's worth doing. And again, it's not that long. If you want, I can check. Is there anything you want me to check today or tomorrow when I have some time? I can check, for example, how long those. I can't check if you can do it all in one sitting, because then again, when I played it, I had to play them 5 separate days. I don't know if that's still the case for someone who's playing them now, but I can check how long all of those 5 parts took me if you want.
Understood.
Need more of those too. Yeah, so for my 3.x predictions, we already got drip marketing for Valina and Norma. I think this is okay. This is a weird. This is going out on a limb. I think Suna reruns in phase 1. That's gonna be earlier than most reruns, and there are people ahead of her in the list. But if you follow the pattern from like previous seasons. Yeah, I think Suna reruns in phase 1. I think phase 2 is Banyue. Now if it's not Suna, I think it's Dylan. I think Banyue is not a phase 1 character. So it's either Suna or Dylan. I think it's Suna. Banyue in phase 2. 3.1 phase 1. I think it's Yishin Guang because that's when Miyabi ran in phase 2 season 2. So I think Yishin Guang. Phase 1 of 3.1, then Dylan in phase 2, and again, if Dylan runs phase 1 of 3.0, then Suna would go there instead. I think 3.2, maybe Arya and Nangongyu, mostly just because I couldn't figure out where else to put them. And then I think Cecilia runs in 3.3. Are there any other real important events I missed. The main one was the Mondstadt one. And again, I was looking through all my Genshin VODs since like December. I don't think there was anything other major. I can double check again on that, but again, I went through at least everything since December, which was before Luna 4. I like how you're like Asheville can't rerun because others ahead of him, but soon. Okay, but again, that's based on precedent. Because, well, one, I'm always assuming that like it's not going to be a straight list of like in terms of like, oh, that this person next, then this person next. Like they're not always going to go in order. And I was like, okay, is there anything here that seems like a wild card that could like shuffle the order? And I feel like based on, now I know you pointed out that like, oh yeah, Astra at the time was like amazing, but it follows that pattern. And where was it here? And it's not unheard of for characters to rerun 4 months after in ZZZ. So I know why you said Suna. Suna will be good for Valina. Are they? Because that would be even more evidence. I actually didn't even check that. I didn't even know about that. So if they are good for Valina, that would make sense then. But yeah, they seem like the most likely to kind of break the pattern of the order. Because the rest of them, I think, are basically in order. Yishinguang is the only other one that I'm like, okay, because Miyabi ran in 2.1, I think Yishinguang runs in 3.1. Is Moika's story quest important? Because I never finished that. Versa Tribal or Volcano. Is it important for Nodcry and Mondstadt and all that stuff? No. But in terms of just Natlan lore, yes, those are crucial. Is it crucial? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Because the Moika rerun's coming up. Okay. You might... I will let you know if it's needed before Snezhnaya. Right now, they're important for Natlan lore. Rest of Tribal Volcano. And then obviously you have the... Did you do all the other stuff after that? Did you do the Dane quest? Did you do the Inefa quest? Let's see, fun fact. Harumasa has never gotten a rerun. Right, yeah. And actually, speaking of characters that... so remember how I was coming up with the characters in Genshin that haven't rerun in a while? And I'm like, okay, well... I think Raiden's gonna rerun. I think Columbina reruns, and I was like, okay, who's left? Because there's one rerun spot left for Luna 8, and I was like, it's between Citlali and Mualani. And then I'm like, wait a second, I forgot about Kanich. Kanich hasn't run in longer time than Mualani and Citlali. That being said, I still don't think it's Kanich, but I was like, wait, whoops, forgot about Kanich. Oh, they're anomaly support. Okay, or for Valina, I mean. That'd be okay. That's perfect then. Hermas I can see in phase 2. I mean, yeah, they haven't rerun in a while. I just don't know where they would go. Now, right now, I only have one rerun per phase. But if they're not doing 2 new characters in a patch, they could squeeze in a 3rd rerun. So, like, should I get all that done before Snezhnaya lore? Snezhnaya 2? I don't know yet. Moika's on a banner coming up. I don't know if that factors into anything. I don't think we're heading to Natlan. But if it does, I'll let you know that you have to finish stuff. So I don't know. But at least as of right now, that's the list based on what we've gone through so far that I think you need to do. I'm assuming that you're going to have to catch up on at least all the Nodcry Archon quests prior to Snezhnaya. I think Luna 7, because it's Archon Quest Acts 9 and 10, I think that's probably going to be crucial. And then for Luna 8, I don't know if that's like another preview thing like Inefa was, or if it's a summer event. So I don't know yet. But yeah. Because Snezhnaya is what I actually care about. Yeah, and I will let you know if that stuff from Natlan is crucial. But as of right now, the stuff that I sent you, which is basically the rest of Nodcry and the rest of Mondstadt stuff, that stuff I would play. The only thing on there that I would say is probably not crucial to Snezhnaya, at least not yet, is the Zabai stuff, like the Lantern Rite stuff. Dana and Inefa quests were required to get to Nodcry. Okay, so you did those, yeah. Guessing Dane being in Nitri Archon Quest probably means no Dane Quest for Nitri. Possibly, because again, we are running one patch less than normal, and which, again, we knew that. I knew that. We predicted that long ago, and then only recently was the community like, oh my gosh, they're only going to Luna 8. This is surprising news to everyone. I'm like, nope, I knew this months ago. We figured it out. If it has been that long... If it has been that long, that it has been that long since I got Kanish on his rerun. Yeah, or Kanish, because like Mualani ran in the last patch of Natlan, so was that 5.8? Yeah, 5.8. Again, exclamation point Hoyocal, guys. It's very useful. So if you want to check that out, exclamation point Hoyocal. It looks like Kanish's previous, because he ran alongside Raiden in 5.6. That was May of last year. So again, if they were to run in Luna 8, which I doubt, that will have been 13 months. 13 months. Meanwhile, my predictions for Luna 8, I'm hoping Sandrone and Columbina, well, we expect Columbina to rerun, because usually each Archon, which is not really technically an Archon, but you know what I mean, reruns before their region ends. So Sandrone, Columbina, and I think for the reruns, I think Raiden, because they haven't had a Raiden rerun yet this patch, or this region, and they usually run each Archon at least once per region. So I think Sandrone, Columbina, Raiden, and for the last slot, I think it's a toss-up between Sitlali and Mualani. I think Sitlali probably makes more sense, but Mualani hasn't run since 5.8. So I think it's Sitlali, but Mualani, Kanish are possibilities. Hu Tao also hasn't rerun in the longest time. She wasn't on the Chronicle Wish, was she? Or was she? I can't remember. Actually, let me look that up. Leeway Chronicle Wish. Or actually, no, it's in the calendar. Hu Tao was not in the Chronicle Wish. Do we think she gets added? Because I think the Leeway Chronicle Wish is going to be running in the next few patches. There's a chance it could be Luna 8, but it could be more likely in 7.0 or 7.1. I think she gets added to it, guys, which would be the first, because they didn't add it into the Mondstadt one, so that would be the first precedent of them adding someone onto the Chronicle Wish, which is a good sign for the future. Let's see. Luna 8's probably summer, right? Luna 8 drops June 30th. June 30th. So yes. Now, normally it's on the 9th patch that we get a summer event, but because, again, the calendar shifts 2 weeks every year, that's part of why we predicted that this is only going to go up to 8 patches, because they could technically squeeze in a Luna 9 before the anniversary, but it would be by 6 days. And if they're gonna do stuff with the Saritsa as part of the anniversary celebration, they're gonna need way more time. So that's part of why, and that the fact that, again, the moon Luna has 8 phases, so it made sense to us. Maybe a summer mixed with lore stuff like Bennett summer events, but they did the Bennett stuff at the same time as the Inefa stuff. So, but I don't see no summer event. But I don't see no double negatives, guys. Time flies. Time flies. This game came out only 5.5 years ago. I think Raiden isn't likely for Nitri, both because 2 in Natlan and in IRL circumstances. I'm still thinking I wouldn't say they're a lock. I think Columbina is a lock, and it's mostly just me hoping for Sandrone because I love the character. And then again, Sandrone hasn't been released, even though they were announced as part of the characters list at the beginning of Nitri. But we also aren't getting Alice. I don't think we're getting Alice for a while. So it could be one of those. But I'm based on the circumstances after the Archon quest, I think we hopefully see Sandrone. But yeah, I think Raiden is more likely than not. They're not a lock like Columbina, I think, is. But I think, as far as reruns that aren't Columbina, I think Raiden is probably the most likely. And then the other ones that are for the last slot, Sitlali, Mualani, Kanish, etc., etc. Remember getting Mualani, and yeah, 5.8, exactly. By the way, did the Luna 7 stream bring up the Inazuma Festival? No. But there's other stuff to look forward to. Supposedly we're getting it soon, and it was going to be another Klee babysitting event. Oh, wait. Was that an Inazuma thing? I don't think it was. I'll have to double check. There is stuff involving Klee, but I wouldn't call it a babysitting event. If Raiden doesn't run with that, I don't think she runs in Nod Try. I think she runs, but again, not a lock. See, I mean, I don't see them not doing a summer event. Okay. You know, hey, Lana Bird. Well, oh, you had a question before, and I can't remember what it was. And then I had an answer for you, and we answered it on the stream after, but now I don't remember what you asked. 2 Archons, 1 update seems so unlikely. Oh, no. Mavwika's running on Luna 7. So I'm predicting Raiden for Luna 8. Maybe it's cancel if it's not Luna 7, because I doubt they do an Inazuma event and summer events happening unless they combine the two. They could. Oh, Combina and A. They've done 2 Archons in an updates before, including in Not Cry. When? Freena and Zhongli. Yeah, Not Cry is a whole bunch of like, hey, let's break tradition here. Yeah, that's one of the early ones. When I was remember back when at the beginning of Not Cry, I was trying to predict all the banners based on like stuff like that. That's the one that threw me off the most. I was like, wait, Farina and Zhongli are both in Luna 2. Because then we got we had Nahida and Luna 1 alongside the Sumeru Chronicle Wish, Farina and Zhongli in 2, Venti in 3, Columbina in 4, no Archons, although Skirk, she's still powerful, I guess, in Luna 5, no Archons in 6, and we're getting Mawika in 7, and I think we're getting Columbina and Raiden in 8. Just didn't remember that, I guess. Yeah, no, that was at the time, that blew my mind, because I was like, 2 Archons in 1 patch. That's Farina and Zhongli. Because, like, again, if you guys remember, I was trying to predict all the Not Cry banners, at least the characters that we knew, as best I could. And that was based on the precedent that it would be at most 1 Archon per patch. And that each Archon would get 1 rerun. But then we saw that, oh, Raiden got 2 in Natlan, so maybe they don't run her until the back end of Not Cry. Probably focused on dreading Nefer and Farina sharing a banner that I completely ignored Zhongli. Yeah, Luna 2 blew my mind. We had Nefer, Farina, and then Arlecchino and Zhongli. Get a second Farina sword on Nefer's weapon banner, which I did. Let's see. But yeah, Lana, do you remember what you were talking about last time you were here? Because I had an answer for you the day after, and I can't remember what it was. Because I almost never win those. Well, the weapon banner, I mean, yeah, the odds of winning the weapon banner is less than 50, so. Trivia, Hoyoverse games, all have come out on... platforms, but one platform... Wait. Have all come out on platforms, but one platform only has 2 Hoyoverse games. What do you mean they've come out on platforms? One platform has only 2 Hoyoverse games. Oh, which one is it? I don't know. Don't think I've won on weapon banners since Farina's sword. Better than 1 in 3. That's true. And I've lost like 6 times. It's barely better than 1 in 3. Lost like 6 times since then with no wins. Talking about Digimon with Yuko, but I don't remember what else. Xbox. Yeah, you were talking about something else, and I had an answer for you specifically, and I was waiting for you to come to the chat. Genshin, Honkai Star out in ZZZ. Yeah. But wait. Hoyoverse games all have come out on platforms. I mean, that's like saying the sky is blue. What else did they come out on? Only got ZZ and Genshin. I'm sure they'll get Star out at some point. Alright, oh, do we get more? Aw, we're still short of another standard pull. Okay, how many pulls do I have? 31 plus 10, 41. I think this is 40, so 81 plus 36, so 117. So it's like the only platform with no Hoyo. It annoys the heck out of me, being an Xbox user and not having HSR. Bum, bum. Alright. Star Rail, speaking of. Wait, so what do you play your Star Rail on then? Phone? Or computer? Or what? Probably assume most Xbox users are also PC users. That's true. PC tablet. Okay. I play on a tablet too. You know what I appreciate with ZZZ is that for cutscenes, when you play on tablet, they letterbox it, so the cutscenes are still in widescreen. Consider PC to be an Xbox. Consider PC to be an Xbox or an Xbox to be a PC. There's a difference there. Because my work computer is no Xbox, I'll put it that way. Clean. Xbox said that all PCs are Xboxes. Highly disagree there. Especially some of the computers in my district, my work, are Dell PCs from like 2012. Ran a whole campaign called "It's an Xbox." People hated it because it's a lie. Alright, so what I'm going to focus on with my dailies, because I can use other people's E6 Silverwolf, let's build the rest of that team. So there you are, Sparksy. E6 Sparksy, or no, sorry, Silverwolf, and start. PC's like 48 gigs RAM, 8 gigs VRAM with an i7. Oh yeah, so Christian, would you play Time Changer if I happened to get you it? What's Time Changer? Basically, their PC has Xbox games, it has Game Pass. Every PC, yeah. The key word here is every, which no. I would say you can use my Evanescia, which is level 60. Okay. Oh, Digimon game, it's so good. Wait, what team are you using for the Evanescia Sparkle? Because I haven't put Evanescia on a team yet. I think I leveled her up, but I'm still working on her traces, and she does not have relics yet. And I don't think I put her on a team yet. Like, I don't even know what team she wants. Evanescia. It's absolutely amazing. Like, generally probably my favorite creature collection game. I don't know if I would have time for it. Like, do I need other Digimon lore? because I have none. I think Digimon just kind of just beats Pokemon for me now. Up there with Yokai Watch 2 as like its own competition. Not really. Speaking of creature collections, I'll keep an eye on this Honkai Nexus Anima thing, but I'm probably not gonna play it. But we'll see. Like if they let us, like, if they could do another, because I know they're doing like a non-streamable preview at the moment or soon. So if they do one where we can stream it, I might try it out, but I don't think I'm gonna really play it though. Varsapura is also one that maybe doesn't seem like my type of game, but I am very curious about it and maybe possibly trying it out. Not really. There's background lore from other stuff going on, but you don't need it. You can start with Time Changer. That's only DLC though. Kind of like how you didn't need the background lore to play P5. Annihilation team. Wait, who's on that team? So you have, is it Yao Guang, Sparksy, and Sparkle? Oh yeah, I actually wanted, see when I was looking up team comps, this team actually, they recommended Ho Ho, which is actually part of why I wanted to get Ho Ho. But we have Dan Hong here for now. Changer is in the same computer as Frontier, which you don't need to watch Digimon Frontier to understand. Let's see. You run Yao Guang over Sparksy. Bum, bum, bum.
Is Hookmane allowed here?
What? Oh, welcome in. Let's see. Time Traveler Multiverse, welcome in. Is Hookmane on here? Okay. I like Hook. There are some people in chat that don't, but like, I don't know. I feel like they're adorable in everything I've seen lately. Hookmane is based. Never watched Frontier. Why is Silverwolf talking about the soap shoes from Sonic Adventure? Wait, what? I don't know. Evanescia, Sparksy, Sparkle. Oh, and Hyacinth. Okay. So no Yao Guang.
Thanks.
Welcome in. Let's see how it is. Spice Hook, but I won't ban you. There you go. See, you got the support of the chat. No, I think like in all the recent appearances of Hook, I think they're adorable. Come on. But welcome in. If you're here for the first time, by the way, if anyone's here for the first time, my name is Christian. I stream every day on this channel. This day 2,738 in a row of streaming. Mostly games like Fire Emblem and other Nintendo games like Zelda and Pokemon. But we do stream 3 of the Hoyoverse games, Genshin, Starl, and ZZZ. We also did stream when they did the preview of like Petit Planet. And if they do offer a streamable preview of Honkai Nexus Anima, we might try it out. But yeah, I'm more curious about this Varsapura based on the demo that we saw. Doesn't sound like Wolfie's saying bonus round soap shoes. I will listen again next time I hear to see if I can hear that. But yeah, that's me using Jubby's E6 Silverwolf. So that's why I'm focusing right now on because everyone uses like a lot of the same relics. So right now I'm going to focus on Sparksy's build first over my Silverwolf, because again I can use Jubby's Silverwolf for a lot of stuff. Do what Kaizen tells you with the Elation team. I'll do my own thing. Bum, bum, bum. What was the recommendation? I don't remember. Wait, did Kaizen suggest an Elation team? Tensure is just that goated. Have you seen Beat Break? Funny, me and Kaizen only seem to agree on one thing, Digimon. Let me see what Game 8 recommends for Evanescia. But yeah, if you guys haven't been here before, welcome in and hit that follow button. And thank you again to Katie for the raid earlier. Let me see. Best teams for Evanescia. Not yet, but I really want to. So Peak, I will already drag you into a call and stream it. I'm building
I'm building Alarm then Asta I also will be willing to friend you.
Oh nice. Yeah, if you guys want to add me on any of my Genshin or any of my Hoyo games, not Genshin. If you want to add me on any of my Hoyo games, !Hoyo or !UID in the chat to get my UID. All North American servers. Let's see. They recommend Evanescia Elation Team, Evanescia, Trailblazer, Yao Guang, and Ho Ho. So I need Yao Guang. Dang it. Let's see. But according to this, let's see. Other recommended characters: Sparkle, Sunday, Bronya, Treeby, Tingyun, Danhong PT, and Hyacinth. Okay. I guess I should probably level up that Ho Ho. $45. Fuel. Where is Ho Ho? Oh, also, yeah, Gwenhyphen is now E6.
Living? That's all a big hustle and bustle. But life's all about savoring the moment. Living? That's all a big hustle and bustle. But life's all about savoring the moment.
Sela is now E3.
Where there's hope, there's the will to fight.
Let's see. Watch anime. I can't right now. Massive headache. For like 2 hours, it feels like a head-splitting open thing. For one of my beloved. I feel like my favorite Digimon is possibly questionable. Alright, let's see. What else? Where's Ho Ho? There you are. Have we leveled you up yet? Oh, they are level 70. Okay. Traces. Not yet leveled. Let's see how much we can do. Only 7. Oh, insufficient materials. No, I don't want to use the universal stuff. Alright, we're have to build this here. We'll have to work on it. Hey Jarlo, welcome in. How you doing today? Chat's talking Digimon. Join in. Alright, let me check how many pulls I have here. Any standard pulls? Nope. We have 0 tickets. Yeah, we're drained on pulls right now. But we'll try and build that back up. We have 21 plus 51, so 72. Haven't seen a red Digimon in a while. There's an awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Friend requests. Kalos, is that you? Gilmon is also up there for you. Yep, alright. And then I'm also going to add... Let's see, how do we put your Twitch name here? I put this so it's easier for me to remember everyone. It'll still have your other name too, but Time Traveler. And then that's the most we can do. Okay. But that way I know it's you. Alright, so that's our pulls for the day. So we have 279 pulls in Genshin, 72 in Star Rail after we pulled for Evanescia yesterday. You may be low in credits again. I like using Hyacinth over Danhong PT. I do too. I just try and keep things like... I try and not use like the same sustain on every team. Especially for like endgame modes too, when I might need to make sure they don't overlap. But yeah, I prefer Hyacinth when possible. She hits like a tank too offensively. Oh wait. Tanks aren't usually considered offensive. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Might rework on Hook for later. Okay, Hyacinth's so fun. Hyacinth is so fun to play, guys. All right, we are getting close to wrapping up here. Is there anything else we need to do? Tomorrow's stream, again, we're probably doing ZZZ to finish. Maybe not finish. We'll progress in the Bangbu event. Saturday is going to be mostly a Fire Emblem Hero stream. We might have time for some dailies and stuff like that. We're expecting a lot, so we might actually have time to do both Pawns of Loki and Rival Domains on stream. We're also expecting the bridal trailer And then we'll do all our summons for the week, because obviously weekly banners are ending. So we'll do all that on Saturday. And we'll go from there. Maybe Sunday then is the day we like replenish. We used up so many pulls yesterday in Star L, so well less than I thought I was gonna, but we still used up a lot of pulls. So we're gonna try and refill that. I already maxed out a lot of the rewards, if not all the rewards from Currency Wars. It's mostly just the other stuff, which is kind of like it's hard to target. You can see bond link complete 100%. Data bank all rewards claimed. And then what was the other thing? Yeah, expected profit. Like these are gonna be hard to get, but hopefully I can get some of these at some point. Like regular challenge, like win while earning a total of 400. Like I can probably do it, but a lot of this is RNG. Like win with a team size reaching 12. Like that's gonna be hard to do. Like a lot of Currency Wars is just RNG. So again, eventually I'm hoping to get all these. These are the ones that give us Stellar Jades, but there's only 40 left. But like yeah, those bond links all done. So the main thing we're gonna focus on grinding the heck out of is gonna be Divergent Universe. So saving for Evernight and her Lycone. Let's go. Yeah, Evernight's been useful on one of my teams. Works with Cass and Lycone Ika becomes wait. Oh, Hyson works with Cass, and Lycone Ika becomes a nuclear weapon. Yep. Love HP manipulation in RPGs. So Hyson's goaded for enabling all kinds of stuff with that. I generally tried to get my Cass to E2 on this last rerun. Don't enjoy this Divergent. Me neither. But I mean, it's fine. Like, I'll be honest, on Divergent Universe, I don't even read the things they give me anymore. I'm just like, oh, I don't have this yet. Get it? Because like for like completion and the rewards that you get for completion. That's what I do. Oh, I don't have this yet. Get it. I don't have this yet. Get it. Like, I'll maybe briefly read them to be like, oh, this is gonna, like, swap out all my blessings or whatever. I'm like, nope, don't want that right now. Like, if I get that at the beginning of a Divergent Universe run, fine. That's, like, we're barely exchanging anything. But, like, otherwise, yeah, we're gonna hold on to our blessings. But yeah, this particular Divergent Universe I'm enjoying less than the Amphorius one. Don't think I've touched Divergent Universe since Penacony. I just want as many Stellar J's as I can. I'm almost free to play. Speaking of, how many days left? Because I can't even like restock on the Genshin ones, even though like there's a discount offer, or no, not discount, the bonus offer. I can't restock on Genshin Welkins because I'm like full. But where am I here? Where is it? Express. We're at 129, so I could top this up. I think it's all right. It's not awful. Like again, I can get through it just fine. It's just I think I like the Amphorius one better. Actually, I think I like the Penacony one most. I missed that one. Never done Currency. I love Currency Wars. Currency Wars is so fun. I'm playing Currency Wars. It's so much better. It's so much better. Oh my god, I love Currency Wars. And the fact that you can also play as characters you don't have, including characters that might not even be out. Like we were playing as Evanescia last patch, because they were already added to Currency Wars, or was it last patch, or maybe just phase 1? It was probably just phase 1. But yeah, that was fun. No, I really enjoy Currency Wars. Could have gone harder on Cass, but promised myself I wouldn't touch my Oneric shards. Is it Oneric or Oneric? Till one of the big 3 characters I'm saving for drops. Bum. What is this? Alright, since Katie already rated us, who are our potential raid targets? Lynn's doing Subnautica today. Tara's doing Kingdom Hearts. Nahomi's doing Overwatch. Soren of Doom's playing Final Fantasy. Which one? 14? 14. Vale's doing Fates. Oh, Gunter. Mace's doing D&D. Narga Hunter's doing NTE. Bex is doing Tamagotchi Life. I think we'll send you to Nahomi. Like the Amphorius one the most? I like that one, yeah. I like that one better than the current one. But I think my favorite would have been Plain Arcadia, but it's been so while. It's been so long, I might have forgotten. But I did enjoy the Amphorius one. Nair? What? Pearl, Nilux, Himiko, Ultimate saving 4. Tomodachi Life. I want to see the free will that causes problems. Wait, what? You asked how to say. Oh, okay. Oneric. Okay. I was mostly just making it. If you guys have ever seen the movie That Thing You Do, they the band's called The Wonders, but initially they tried to spell it like Wonders, like O-N-E, like because they were trying to do like a funny like pun like the Beatles, like Beatles with a E-A, like beat, but it's Beatles, like the bug. So they were trying to do Wonders, but then like everyone was mispronouncing it. They were calling it the Oneaters. The Oneaters. It's the Wonders. Is that why the Beatles is misspelled? It's meant to be like, well, it's assumed that it's meant to be beat, like a music beat, like B-E-A-T. But according to John Lennon, it's just a name. I just learned that now. Yeah, according to him, it's just a name. Like, they could have been called the Shoes. Like, that's literally what they said. They could have been called the Shoes. Like, they didn't really care. But, yeah, I think the general consensus is meant to be, like a music beat. You're going to do your dailies on Genshin. I'll try and get Tribi by the end of the banner. Yeah. Again, if for you, Tribi, Cyrene, and Finon are about even in terms of how much you want them, it wouldn't hurt to throw polls towards Tribi, because if you get them early, assuming you like Tribi as much as Cyrene and Finon, if you get Tribi like early, then you just have to make sure you're okay with getting them and not Cyrene, or losing essentially maybe 20 or 30 polls towards Cyrene or Finon. And if you don't get them, well, then you're basically building pity towards Cyrene or Finon. So. Just figured it was the original. The what? I don't know what is it? But no, that's the consensus, I think. But again, according to John Lennon, it's just a name. They could have been called the Shoes. Or was it John or was it Paul? One of those. But anyway, in the movie That Thing You Do, which, hey, maybe we should do that for it's a fun movie. It's actually the first movie that Tom Hanks directed. And that was who did the score? The score was by the guy who did the Lord of the Rings score, I think, did That Thing You Do. Finance the least of my other worries. Okay, so yeah, if for you Tribi and Cyrene are about even, then going for Tribi is worth it. Is when people make names be spelled weird to be all quirky. Oh, that was pretty common in, like, if you look at band names in the 60s. Like 50s and 60s, a lot of them were just kind of trying to be like, a lot of them were just kind of random words, like the Shoes, for example. I don't know if that was an actual band, but they had stuff like, you know, like the Eagles and the Rolling Stones, and you know, they have band names like that. And then so I'm sure they were just trying to find a way to be unique. Like Kaylee, okay, Trady. Or whatever. But yeah, no, that's funny. Funny story. I don't know if this has actually happened to someone I know, but I heard it as a story where, because, you know, like, I was like, kids these days, it's like said like tragedy. Okay. But you know how kids these days, obviously their parents will name them these like fairly common names, but with these like weird unique spellings to make, you know, their names unique. And then so again, I think I heard a story where a band director, because when they were making like a program for like their concert or whatever, they misspelled the kid's name, and then like the parent comes up to them and like, you spelled my kid's name wrong, and he's like, how do you spell it? And then the parent spells out how they spell the name, and then the band director's like, I didn't spell their name wrong, you spelled their name wrong. And I always thought that was a funny story. Spelled an absurd way. Yeah, just to poke fun at what it's making fun of. Yeah. You know, I get it. All right. Yeah, like I said, we used a lot of pulls on Evanescia, but we should still be able to guarantee Yao Guang. But now I might be in trouble if Pearl or Nihilux are a character that I want to get. I'm assuming one of them is going to be in 4.4, if not both, which that would be a big problem. But yeah, because right now, like I said, we're guaranteed for Yao Guang. So hopefully if we get Yao Guang early, I can still get whoever in 4.4 I might want. Again, still not completely sold on Pearl or Nihilux. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Shall we raid? Again, I think we're going to go to Nahomi. Dun, dun. Or do you guys want to... Let's see. I think Lana Bird said they wanted to go to Tamagotchi Life. But didn't they say they're lurking? Didn't they say they're doing their Genshin dailies? Kaylee always stood out to me as one of the main examples because his sister's name is Kaylee. So seeing her name butchered elsewhere stood out. By the way, I'm mad at eBay. Who isn't? I recently spent way too much on eBay. I don't know if I can't remember if I told you guys that. Lonbird okay, you want to? Okay. We can go there. I guess. I'm not planning on getting Tomodachi Life yet. But we can go there. But you guys better all say hi in the raid then. Remember the Vesperia I ordered? Yes. Got delayed from its original date from yesterday to tomorrow. Is that still within the shipping window that the seller provided? Because I hate when they like give like a large shipping window and then they like, oh, they're gonna wait until like the last day. Like that's so annoying. Like it's still within the shipping window, but you know. Check that's coming from New York. For some reason, it's currently in Guam. No, that happens. Especially for something like Hawaii, I'm sure. No idea why they sent it there since it's way past Hawaii. No, it's probably just the way... again, especially if they're shipping it through something like USPS. They figure out whatever... Because, again... Yeah, they figure out what way is probably the most efficient in terms of, like, maybe because maybe there's nothing going directly to Hawaii right away, but maybe there's something going to Guam sooner and then Guam to Hawaii, you know. But anyway, all right, guys, copy the subraid command, including you, Lana Bird. We're gonna go say hi. Bex is doing Tomodachi Life. They're also a big fan of Fire Emblem, so it's supposed to be between the 9th to 13th. Wait. Was that when it was supposed to be shipped or when it was supposed to arrive? Like, what did the original eBay listing say? There's an achievement where you have to trigger 10 unique voice lines with the Trailblazer. What? How do we do that? Wait, does that count for Currency Wars? Because you can absolutely do that on Currency Wars. Getting told off because he knows. Arrive like a week ago. Delayed. Okay. Have they been at least in communication with you to let you know, hey, sorry about this, but yada yada yada? Because if not, when you leave a review, be like, this thing got delayed beyond the shipping window, and they did. Oh wait, is Bex ending? Because I see some people saying bye. No, they just started. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go there. No, just been checking and tracking every day. Okay. Well, make sure you leave a proper review then. See what the review rating is anyway. If you're not sub but don't have channel points. Wait, if you're not sub but have channel points, redeem for the Hillbonk emote and use the old sub raid command. If you're not sub but don't have channel points, use the regular raid command. Remember, guys, if you are clipping things throughout the week, whoever has the clip with the most views for the week can get a gifted sub. Only can happen in team setup. In team setup? Can you like just constantly change your characters, or wait, how does that even work? I don't even know how that works, but okay. But yeah, if you're not subbed and don't have channel points, you can use the regular raid command. Raid quest with Bex. Perfect. All right. You guys have a good one. As usual, follow on social media. Join the Discord. We're going to go say hi. They're streaming Tamagotchi Life, which I don't have yet. I've seen Nikki play it. Azure Nikki. I know BoaShock just picked it up, and they're making all of us in their world or whatever. But go say hi. They're, again, a big Fire Emblem fan as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're most likely doing ZZZ for the Bang Boo event. I don't think we'll finish it because it does seem a lot more involved than most events. But we'll try and progress. And then Saturday we're doing Fire Emblem Heroes. How BoaShock doesn't know what I look like. I don't know. They're still making everyone. All right, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I need to get some rest. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Only you, Destiny, So, and Falcon know that. Okay. I don't know. All right, but I'll see you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.